Okay, brilliant. Then we will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's go for real this time. Yeah, so that was a fun start. Anyways, we are going, into a dungeon that we got our 4 main characters. Guy in the blue shirt is Lloyd, who is basically dreamt all of his life as being a police officer, like his brother Guy. We have Ellie, with the long white hair. We'll find out more about her later, I guess. Right now, as far as we know, she just happens to have the same last name as the mayor. And that probably doesn't mean anything. After her, we have Tio, who, I'm going to be honest, every time I say the name Tio, it's hard. I think that I'm calling her my uncle, which is the weirdest thing, but she's not my uncle. And then finally there's Randy, who is the one with red hair, and he likes to scream a lot. He's gonna be screaming a lot in this speedrun. So, anyways, yeah. So that entire sequence turned out to be a dream, and now we're riding a train into Crossbell, where we're showing up for our first day of work. And let's watch the cutscene. The opening for Ao Evo does spoil everything, but Aoki Negai, the song that plays in Ao Evo's opening, is probably my favorite opening song in the entire series, so I feel like that's a fair trade. Anyways, yeah, so we are done with the intro. Or the intro music. So now we're gonna show up to work. The name of this first chapter is the Special Support Squad. Yeah, Special Support Squad. Who I'm not gonna say they're bracers, but they take on missions to help townsfolk, and you get points for completing them. And if you as you get more points, you rank up. And Falcom had a system, and they really liked it, and they're just gonna keep on using it in every single game. Yeah, so personally, I mean, if you can read Japanese, I think you should play Crossbell games first, but that's because I think the Crossbell games are better than the Cold Steel games. But yeah, you can play them in either order. They do take place roughly the same time. This is Zero Evolution, which I do partially because I like the music more. Partially, this is just the version I legally own, so yeah, it's the version I go with. Anyways, they're gonna have a quick conversation where they all introduce their various weapon specialties. Oh yeah, the entire point of the SSS is that we're bracer knockoffs. It's like the police force went, huh, everybody hates the police and likes the bracers. Maybe how do we make them like us instead? So up ahead,
the news likes us as well.
Oh, the news. So, just like every other Trails game, there are amazing reporters in this game. The one in this game the main one, his name is Grace. And she is just like trying to get the scoops on us. All the good reporter stuff. Anyways, this dungeon is super hard. One of the first things you might notice, having come from Sky, is that we can no longer rotate the camera. It's just fixed entirely in place. Combined with the fact that this was originally for PSP, and therefore we have a very close-up camera, because the PSP is, a little bit weaker than a computer. It's a bit of a challenge. But the other new thing we get is that we can now do attacks on the battlefield. So, much like in the Cold Steel series, for any of you who've played that. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll have to go back for it. We can get it on the second try. So, you can attack things on the world map. If you attack them from behind and then run into them, you get guaranteed first attack. And we also have a little glitch in this game where if we switch characters, it cancels out the attack animation. So we're going to be using that a lot to just go quicker. Yeah, that's dungeon mechanics in a nutshell. Camera is way too close. That enemy, come on, please. That so I was waiting for him to notice me, so that he would. And like I was thinking, okay, because if he notices me and then I attack, the attack will get cancelled, and it won't count as stunning him. So like he'll just actually completely screw me over. So I was waiting for him to notice me, and then he just never noticed me and just casually walked into me, and it's like, But yeah, that was a little silly bit. Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, so it was asked in chat about chess quotes. Chess quotes aren't in this game, funnily enough, because they were added in Sky when Xseed realized that every chest, for some reason, has its own specific text dialogue to say, oh, there's nothing here. So unfortunately, you're not going to find it in the Japanese releases.
Yeah, none of the Japanese games had text dialogue. I don't know if the English patch did anything weird like that.
Geofront might. The current one I don't think does.
Yeah, it would definitely surprise me if the current one does. But yeah. Anyway, so we found... Anyways, the whole reason we're here, by the way, is because a bunch of kids decided to start playing in the sewers. Which is... Like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Like, any kids in the audience, please don't play in the sewers. I feel like that doesn't need to be said, but here we are. Especially when there's monsters in the sewers. Like, just... I don't know, some people are too dumb to live. Uh-oh, we can't dodge this battle. Okay, so we're trying to open that treasure chest, and we can't open treasure chests if the enemies are too close to us. It's basically what's going on here. This game is also where there's introduced run chances. So if you're in a fair battle, so you like go head on, you start at 50%, climbs by 10% each failure. And yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna just keep on respawning these enemies until they let me get to the... Oh my goodness, what is going on? We actually need to open that treasure chest too. We need that item. Oh my god. Please, just let me get to the treasure chest. Okay, we made it. We got the battle scopes. So you probably think it's really weird that we desperately need battle scopes. But we very much do. Now, let's see. You go there, and you go there. We are gonna save just to be safe. And we now get to have our first boss battle. Because there's a second kid, and remains, and he's like kind of screwed. I don't know, I think this survival is the fittest, personally. But we sort of are the police, we probably should save him. Yeah, so the strategy for this is really cool. We're just gonna run. The first character gets axed right up there. Everyone else will just chill. And then all the enemies will hopefully attack Lloyd. Sometimes the kid walks towards the enemies, and then the enemies just attack the kid anyways. And that's really unfortunate, but thankfully that's not happening. So, as you can see, in what is very rude for the first boss battle in the game, these enemies can inflict freeze. But thankfully they're not too hard to beat. Just wait for all the enemies to return. Lloyd will lose his turn because of the freeze status, but then we'll have Ellie heal him with some healing potions that we picked up along the way. And then, so Tio has an AoE magic attack that we're just going to have her use to hit everybody. That gets her halfway to her S break, because the characters do start with S breaks in this game. So we're gonna have her attack again, then we're gonna have her use her S break, and then that will finish off the 5 slimes, or whatever they're called. I just call them slimes. Is Lloyd that rude to you in East versus Kiseki, or whatever we're calling it? Quick attack. We would wait to use it if we had a Sepith up bonus coming up, but we do not, so we'll just use it immediately. Because we are in a very tight Sepith route on this game. It's not going to look tight for a while, but trust me, it's tight. Anyways, we save the kids, but then another monster shows up, and we're just like, oh god, we can't handle this. Kids start running. And then our friendly neighborhood Bracer comes in and saves the day. And they're like, thanks for saving us, Bracer. And we're like, we tried really hard. Could we have some brownie points? And then the reporter comes up and says, no. No, you cannot have brownie points. We're gonna write a story about how you guys failed to save the kids. And
But she's only doing it because she likes us.
oh, Grace? Nah, Grace doesn't like us. Grace just likes the news. Grace is actually one of my favorite characters in the game. She's just wonderfully well written.
I'm actually pretty sure that's her dialogue. She says something along the lines of, don't worry, I'm doing this because I want you guys to be good.
I don't quite remember that, but it's been a while since I read the dialogue. I don't know.
I just remember it being weird and it struck me.
I mean, there's some lines in the Zero patch that are a little off, but so it goes. Anyway, so now we have to do what is going to be a very recurring theme in this game, which is we need to talk to everyone. So we have to learn. I guess we're just sort of learning about our party members. I don't know if you have anything you want to say about Ellie or the others.
No, other than it wouldn't be a Trails game without talking to everyone.
You're not wrong. I think this game is just we're gonna get to some parts of the game that are just so much worse. The worst one of all the talking elements we actually get to skip. Thank God. Part of the advantage of doing final boss %. And I guess and you guys in the chat might be wondering why this is final boss %. What in the world that possibly means? We'll explain later. We'll explain much later why it's final boss % and not some sort of other saner percentage point. And I forgot where I needed to go. We need to go outside and oh god, I just realized we never get to talk to the cat. In the entire run, we never talked to the cat.
Really?
Yeah, there's a cat on a roof, and it's like, and this has been her building since before we were there, and she's so cute, and I love her, and we never talked to her. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, everyone. You know, maybe we can take a detour. Let's take a detour for the cat right now. Let's do it. Actually, it'll be better if we do the detour later. We'll do the detour later. Remind me later to take a detour for the cat.
Yeah, we have to talk to the cat.
I should probably scroll my notes a bit. There we go. Anyway, so as I mentioned, we've actually just come here to this new city. Oh, right, you have to talk to the computer first, excuse me. So we got a quest, and this quest is go to the police station so you can find out more about quests. Yeah, we're not going to be able to feed her any fish, but we can talk to her. Anyway, so, again, this is our first time in a new city. So we're going to do the first thing that everyone should do when you enter a new city for the first time. And that is visit the weapons store. And just chat to the guy in the weapons store. Almost forgot that. Anyway, so we now know that we can buy weapons from the weapons store. Good talk. And then we're going to go to the Orbital store, where we're going to, learn about orbments, as you do. So, in here, it turns out the mechanic in the Orbital store is Wendy, who is one of our childhood friends. We have many childhood friends, it turns out. But, yeah, Wendy's cool. She was originally here back when the store was, not gentrified. but then, you know, you got to find the original mechanic left, but she stayed on, and she's an interesting little story. I am very much of the opinion that you should play Trails games talking to every single NPC every time dialogue updates, which is almost a fool's errand in this game. But anyways, so we're going to go to the Chinese restaurant, because, you know, you got to go to a Chinese restaurant when you visit a new town, too. And we're going to take a nap at the Chinese restaurant, as you do. Then, after that, we are going to head over to the police station and advance the plot. So, yeah, this is a pretty big city. It's probably... No, it's definitely the biggest city in any of the Trails games. At least that I played. I haven't played CS4 yet. Maybe that one has a bigger one, but I doubt it. So, there's just easily over 100 NPCs to talk to. Most of them are super cool and memorable. Yeah. And we're gonna talk to like 0 of them over the course of this run. I'm sorry. Get it? 0? Trails is 0. Never mind. So...
I can give you a slow clap, just to...
You... I deserve that. Okay, so we've now learned all there is to know about quests. So now we have to go back to the base so we can turn in our quest. Because we would have never figured that out if the game didn't make us do that. And then they're going to give us some new quests. And one of those quests is going to be to go back into the first dungeon and go back to where we fought that first boss in the first dungeon and fight another boss. So we're going to do that. Yeah, it's kind of a really weird decision by the game to make us do the same thing twice, but whatever. I don't judge.
I mean, it's a bit of a recurring theme in the game in general. You finish a dungeon and then you go back to that dungeon to beat a boss.
This menu is super annoying because we have to just not back out of the computer prematurely, which means I can't hold down the X button to speed up dialogue. And it screwed it up like twice there, but whatever. Someone got my pun. I apologize. I apologize so much. But yeah, so we'll just sort of head down to the sewers again, because the sewers are infested by monsters, and there's like 1,000 miles of sewers in this city. Pretty sure it's just, oh my god. There's so many sewers. So many sewers.
And we only see like half of them in this game.
Oh, we don't even see half of them. There are... It gets... Oh my goodness. Anyways, so we're on our second trip, so there was one treasure chest we missed, because there was an enemy in the way, and we decided we'd just delay. Ooh, that guy was weird. Uh-oh. Okay, we made it. So... There's also another treasure chest here that we weren't allowed to get before that's just up a ladder that contains 20 Exalt Sepith. And again, we're on a really tight Sepith route, so we super need these. Or, excuse me, it was 30. Also, that treasure chest drove me nuts the first time I played because I saw it in the square and I'm like, how the hell do I get in there? Not real, because like, I'd been to this dungeon, I couldn't get up the ladder a second ago. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, we're gonna have to reset the room. This game just does not want me to pick up treasure chests today.
Marathon luck.
There we go. Okay, got it. Baddies were nice this time. So we'll take the elevator back down and we'll just head right to the boss room from here. We do have to rearrange our formation. I should do that now before I forget. So let's see, we go... Lloyd, Ellie, Randy? Yeah. Okay, that was easy. Yeah, so the reason we rested is an inn is that 0 is where they introduce that sleeping in the inns restores CP. So by doing that quick rest, we now have over 100 CP on everyone, so we can use everyone's S breaks, which is good because S breaks in this game, they're not as powerful as like Cold Steel S breaks, but they're still pretty darn good. Nothing is as powerful as Cold Steel S breaks. But that was a pretty clean way through that dungeon, so let's quickly save, just in case, because this boss can be a little mean if it feels like it. So, we're going to use lots of magic for this one, while letting all the enemies clump nicely together. Randy will not use magic because he has a giant axe, and therefore should try to axe something. Also, his magic stat is garbage. That's probably the main reason.
Yeah, combo crafts are pretty broken. Nowhere near as much from what I saw in third, but...
Oh, no, no.
Definitely S-Breaks are the better choice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna...
Particularly now.
Yeah, normally I would have already used the S-Break, but I'm gonna wait for that rush icon to give it to Randy so he gets immediate extra turn. I think that's correct. Probably have him heal himself, though. Anyways, yeah, so we took out all the ads with that. We'll have him heal himself real quick just to be safe, because that boss can do quite a bit of damage if he wants to. In the meantime, we'll just keep using a few more arts, because this guy has a stupid amount of HP, and they probably don't expect us to be level 3 still at this point. Yeah, that wouldn't have quite taken him out, but it would have been really close. It's not worth doing the critical bonus on her. I almost should have used it on some S-Breaks, though. That might have been a little faster. Oh well. So we'll use these 3 arts, and then we'll just start S-Breaking. And that is the first of many Ori no Bandanas. Hey! Let me finish with extra whatchamacallit, CP for Elil, because I didn't need to use her S-Break. That is nice. Anyway, so we now have a shortcut out. We can now take this elevator. But I think we've had enough of not being overpowered, so we're gonna start working to fix that. I don't approve of these enemies being stronger than me thing. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, maybe you do. I don't know.
It's honestly pretty scary. I prefer to be at least 10 levels higher.
10 levels is a lot, though. I don't know if we can quite get 10 levels. But I don't know. On the other hand, though, if we're doing this, like, why not reach for the stars?
I mean, what's the level cap? 50?
50 is the level cap, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the prologue. We probably can't like get all the way to the level cap. So someone in Discord before the run said that we needed to. So apparently, yes, we are keeping track of the Ori no Bandas during the run. I mean, if we could only get over the level cap, that would be awesome. But unfortunately, the level cap is, as far as I know, a very, very firm barrier. And so we're gonna come into the Orbital store. We're gonna buy an Act 1 quartz, which we're gonna put on Lloyd. And then we're going to exchange everything else except for our water and our fire. Because water and fire are a bit too valuable in this route. We actually can't afford to trade them. But the rest, we need money. We'll do that. Next, we will go to the police station, where we will, you know, do the sort of thing that you always do when you go to the police station. We will buy coffee. Pretty sure that when you think of something that, like, police officers eat or drink all the time, you think of coffee. Just can't think of anything else.
A lot of burgers, I think.
No, burgers are stored at... No, you buy burgers at the bakery, silly.
My bad.
Oh my god. Everyone's probably so confused. So we
They're
want...
still making barrier puns, it's fine.
Do I want 23 or... I can get... I'll do 23. Anyway, so next up we'll go back to the Chinese restaurant, where we will take another nap. The city is pretty big, and unfortunately we don't unlock the ability to teleport in the city for another chapter, yeah. We have to get to chapter 1. We have to escape the prologue before they let us teleport. Very sad. But so it goes. Might be a little short on cash. We'll have to play that by ear. Oh, so we're at 2. Okay, we're at 2 Orinobandas. Gotta be careful. They could slip up on us. Anyway, so next up, we're gonna go to our friendly neighborhood bakery, where, as mentioned before, they sell burgers. We're gonna buy burgers at the bakery. To anyone terrified by this, you clearly haven't bought burgers at a bakery before, because they make the best burgers. They're also called colorful burgers. I probably actually don't want to eat them, but I'm going to. Colorful tomato or tomato? What are they called in English? The bitter tomatoes or whatever they are that is associated with CP Up. We're buying CP Up items. That's what we're actually doing. Yeah, so I'm a little short on money. I need that. I actually need that. Oh, we can sell you. Perfect. Yeah, so we just got I'm not sure how we got unlucky and didn't get enough money, but we didn't. So, let's exchange a little bit of the Sepith then. Because... Okay, we need that much. Wait, what? Oh no, I'm way short. Okay, well, we're going to... We'll make do. We will make do. Didn't think I needed to get a Sepith up, but maybe I did need a Sepith up bonus for this route. I don't know. Anywho, we have now bought burgers. And, yeah, so now that we've bought burgers, we're gonna head into the residential area, and we're gonna deliver the burgers to some more sewers. But unfortunately, the door is closed. But as you may know, the entire theme of this game is getting over the barrier. And when you really think about it, a door is like a barrier. So it turns out, if we're just gonna go here, we're gonna go into options, we're gonna turn on auto run, and we're gonna save the game. And then just back out the title. And then we'll load the game, because we probably wanna, as you do. And then we are going to very slowly clip through the door. So that is the getting over the barrier glitch. Not named by me, named by the Japanese community that found it. And it lets us get over barriers. This glitch is possible both in all versions of Zero to my knowledge, including the PC version. It's also possible in OW, though as far as I know, there's nothing cool you can do with it in OW. But I would love to be proven wrong about that. If any aspiring glitch hunters want to like just start running at walls in OW, like, go for it, please. Yeah. So we're gonna just slowly clip into this area. Now you're supposed to enter this area that we're entering right now in Chapter 2. So the enemies in this area are a lot stronger than enemies we can find anywhere else at this point in the game. But unfortunately, they're not strong enough. They really can't get us all the way to our goal, which is, of course, level cap. But here's another barrier. This barrier is only supposed to open during the finale chapter of a New Game Plus run. That's literally the only time it's supposed to open. We can get over it. And we're getting over it. As you can see, we're just slowly clipping in the door. But basically, there's just no collision detection with sprites for the first couple frames after loading a save, and we're just abusing the heck out of that. I am playing on a PS TV, which is basically a Vita console, but with video out instead of being handheld. It's video out. When I got it, it was like 25 bucks, and it was the best 25 bucks I've ever spent. I understand they're like $100 nowadays, but if you can find one cheap, I highly recommend them because there are so many good RPGs for both the Vita and the PSP, because you can play both of them on a TV. Can't recommend it enough. Anyways, we are now in the bonus dungeon where enemies are need to turn auto run off because basically whenever I hit a cutscene, I want to be able to just hold down the X button. Is why I have auto run off. But you're probably wondering. So we're now fighting a level 47 enemy, and you're probably wondering, wait, we're level 3. We can't possibly beat a level 47 enemy. That's where you're wrong. Okay, so we got lucky. There's exactly one of them. Now, we don't want a team attack here. What we're going to do is we're going to use Randy and Lloyd's S-Breaks in quick succession. So Lloyd's base S-Break paralyzes the enemy, Randy sets it on fire, and Fire has the cool side effect of that it deals 17 to 24% of their max HP every turn. Which means that if we do it 5 times, there's a darn good chance that it dies. So that's the entire strat. There's a chance it doesn't die, in which case we're super sad. So we're just
yeah, it's a pretty horrific way to go, but it's all we've got, so...
I mean, paralysis makes do not feel pain, maybe? I don't know. It's not gonna die. We're gonna die. Okay, so we can deal actually like a little tiny bit of extra damage to Tio. We're gonna do that. And this might be enough to get it dead. Yo, wow! That 959 roll at the end there. I did not think we were making it. Anyways, we're now level 23. That's not good enough. We must go higher. Also, that chest had 200 Exalt Sepith, which is fantastic. But we're not strong enough, so we're gonna head back up the elevator, and then we're gonna head back down, which will reset the enemy. Oh yeah, 959. I realized that after watching the Sky Third, where your characters are like over level 100, probably seems like really small numbers, but that's a big number for this game. Because I'm pretty sure he had over 900 HP left. That was a big bar. But now we have to go into the second battle. So for this one, we have to first rearrange our formation to put everyone in the northwest corner. We're gonna save the game again because it's possible we'll screw up. And we probably don't want to restart from the beginning. Watashi no Banda not counts. Yeah, so we're at 3. We're at 3. Gotta get a back attack on this guy. Run past him. This door's faster to go through. Okay. So we need to get 2 of them. This only has 1 of them, so this, we're just gonna run away from this. If we do get the ambush attack, we do get a 100% chance to run away, so that's nice and quick. Okay, so this has 2 enemies, but they're arranged incorrectly. We need to get the other pattern of 2 enemies. Ore and Watashi are not the same word. They're just the same word if you translate it into English. That doesn't make them the same word. This is the encounter we want. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw cans. We're going to cast Clock Down with him. We really don't want to do this all attacks, so we won't. We'll have you toss some juice at Randy. So we need to kill both of them, and at the same time, we need to get a 3.0 bonus. So to do that, we're going to use Holy Bullet. So for any of you who've played Cold Steel, her Holy Bullet is a lot like a slightly less powerful version of Alisa's arrow, Holy Light Arrow, whatever it's called, in that it gives a bunch of CP to everyone in range. It doesn't give them insight, unfortunately, but... Oh, we're getting a lot of bombs. I hope you guys are counting. But it does give CP to an AoE, including herself, which is really nice. And we got our first 7 rush. We need to get 9 7 rushes. You get a 7 rush when you take 7 turns in a row. Very simple. We've got 1 7 rush. We need to keep careful track of the number of 7 rushes because we can't miss. So yeah, so we had a Boku no Bandai. I heard another Watashi. For the purpose of 7 rushes, in this game, both the turn you spend casting the spell and the turn you spend unleashing the spell count as turns for the purpose of 7 rush. They also count as turns for the purpose of status effects wearing off, which is the most annoying feature in the world. But hopefully it won't screw us over. We also need to use 27 items so that we get 9 item lover bonuses, which gives us another bunch of... And we're at 2 7 rushes, and apparently we're at 7 bandanas. I'm gonna be just mostly paying attention to 7 rush count, so you guys will have to handle the bandanas.
私の番です。それ。
Yeah.
さてと。
Gotta be near the 3rd one by now, right? We haven't hit 3 already. No, we haven't hit 3 already.
I'd love to help, but I lost count ages ago.
I mean, so I can like roughly estimate based on how many items I have left, and if we go over, it's not a problem. Yeah, that's 3 there. That's definitely 3 there. I'm just sort of rocking out to tunes. Yeah. That was the wrong person to use it on, but that's not the end of the world. We have plenty of CP on people who need CP.
私の番です。それ。俺の番だな。
That's 4.
それ。任せて。おっしゃ。
So much delays.
それ。
I'll have Lloyd hit himself here. Oh, we're keeping
So,
track.
for
Yeah, let's just
clarification,
count
we're
every
keeping track
bandanas.
of
Yeah, okay.
Ore no Bandanas, Watashi no Bandes is pretty much all of the bonds.
Oh,
It's
we're
been
keeping track. Let's just count every bandanas. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Schladdle. This is the right one, right? Yeah. So we're also this is just a standard art craft, excuse me, that Lloyd has. It's a 75% chance of we're at 5 now, by the way, of paralyzing the enemies, and as you can see, 75% is basically 0. Should be getting there though.
私の番ね。はい。それ。 行くぞ。それ。
We'll have her use another holy bullet. Yeah.
みんな頑張って。ありがとうございました。おっしゃ。行きます。それ。
There's not a short summary that I know of, but if you want to catch up on Zero now, firstly, there's just watch the relay, because we'll be going through a lot of the games there, but there's a fairly long one up on the wikis.
行くぞ。
I think I'm 1 item use short. She really shouldn't have had Lloyd do it though. You have a better chance to run away. This is weird. I bought 23, right?
私の番です
So I used 29.
Almost.
So I should have used 29 items if I didn't screw up. I'm going to assume I screwed up and use this one. This is item. This should be item number 30. So we did slight overkill in case I screwed up. This is fine. That'd probably be better for a marathon run. Yeah, and that should be enough 7 rushes now. Okay, we still haven't gotten them to be
さてとさてと
to paralyze them both. We have some turns to get there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I normally would have stopped here from doing power smashes for marathon safety because we still haven't paralyzed one of them. I'm gonna do another one.
任せて
Just because we do need to have them paralyzed before they get a turn. They can't one-shot us anymore, but they can two-shot us, and there are 2 of them. So, also they can take 2 turns in a row if they want to. But you've paralyzed them both now. Okay. Now we just need to set them on fire. And we missed both. Okay. Good talk. Good talk.
私の番ね
Come on. Come on. Okay, so I was watching, like, Beef's SC run earlier, and he was hitting all of these 20% insta-death shots. I'm pretty sure he just stole all the luck for the entire marathon. Oh my goodness. Please hit soon.
はい
Okay, we really need this to hit. It's an 80% chance, for your God's sakes. Okay, we got him. We got him.
任せて
Do another Holy Bullet just because Randy's a little low, because we do need to re-up the flame. Because, again, this is the only way we can kill them, is by slowly watching them burn to death. Please don't get the 10% heal. Okay, they're not gonna get it. Oh yeah, I did an extra power slam, so we have a lot of... Okay, there we go.
さてと
That's fine. Yeah, because he heals and then takes the fire damage. Ooh, 690's low roll, though. That's worrisome.
俺の番だなはい
We had to let them do this roll. Oh, 575. Okay, so I'm going to try to re-up the Paralyze as well, because I'm pretty sure one of them at least is going to live through the 5th. Okay, we got both Paralyzes to re-up. That's really good. Now hopefully we can get both Burns to re-up. Looks like we got one of them. Yeah, we got only one of them. Okay.
さてと
Randy's getting that CP bonus, which is really nice. Okay, come on. 80% chance, baby. 80%. Okay, we got him. This will 100% kill them both. Because now we'll have 6 ticks, and the minimum damage roll is 17%. 6 times 17% is 102. Therefore, they are 100% dead. Math. And we needed it on both of them. Oh my goodness, that is incredibly unlucky. But, hey, we're fine. And now we should be at glorious level 50, everybody. And we now get new S-Crafts for everyone except for Tio, because Tio's new one doesn't deal damage, and we kind of want to deal damage. I apologize for paying no attention to chat during that entire thing. You were hitting useless 20%. I'm sorry. So if there's anything cool said in chat, I missed it, and I'm sorry. You were hitting useless 20%. I'm sorry, Beef. I'm sorry.
We're at 25 now. I feel like this was a mistake.
We're at 25 or Nobandanas or whatever Nobandanas already? Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, so time to return to the plot. Previously on Zero no Kiseki, we were in the sewers rescuing children from monsters. That was basically the entire plot so far. Also, there's some disturbance in the old town, which is located in the southeast corner of the map. Or actually, I guess it's like southeast. Yeah, it's the southeast corner of the map. You gotta run over there. Yeah, unfortunately, like most Trails games, this game has really good triggers, so we can't just like immediately go to the final dungeon. Definitely can't do that. But we're a little. The game probably doesn't expect us to be level 50 just yet, so we'll be okay.
Oh, don't worry, Beef.
So I'm
You'll get it
literally
soon.
thinking because we don't have the money.
Oh, no, all good.
We don't have money. Did I forget to turn in my quest? Is that why I'm short on money? Maybe. A little too late now. Anyways, I'm not gonna bother resting because I don't want to give up more Sepith. So we're just going to roll with it. What was the option here? Top. There we go. Sorry, questions are hard. Anyway, so we got into a gang fight, and we're gonna break it up by breaking their bones, as you do. Ooh, we got Sepith up. Nice. We're gonna take the hell out of that Sepith up. Oh yeah, and that's +2 on the counter. Nice, and all that beautiful extra Sepith. So you do actually have an XP cap in this game. However, the bonus lets you go over that cap, which is really cool. So we had a 9,999 base bonus, but then we tripled it to 27,000, and that's how we got all the way up to level 50. And this is top one. Anyways, we're gonna go to Trinity Church, Trinity Bar, which is just over here. We're gonna talk to one of the gang leaders. He's gonna sort of mention that they've been visited by the Mafia recently. That's kind of suspicious. Probably nothing big, no big deal. I'm blanking on the bald guy's head, bald guy's name. I remember him being super cool. The guy with the green hair is Wazi, who is, and I successfully didn't call him Waji, which is really cool. But, because he's Waji in Japanese, obviously. But, he's also, the first character's name is written with a Polish, like, W, which is like an L with a slash through it. And this is just, like, the coolest thing in the world to me. Because I'm a nerd. But, Abbas, thank you very much, chat. That is his name. Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude, too. I don't really have much to add besides that. It's not like spoilers for Ow. So you guys can wait for Ow to talk about that, I guess. Anyway, so now going up into the other gang leader's hideout. This guy doesn't want to talk, he wants to fight. His name is Wald? I think it's Wald and not Wald in English, but it might be Wald. It's like the German VW thing. Normally so if you're playing this game without having been level 50, this fight just sort of ends itself after 10 turns or something like that, so you just wait that out. But we're level 50, so we're just gonna kill him. Normally we would have rested at the inn, and we would have just leveled up that, and we would have just gotten our 100 CP back that way, but we were a little low on money, so we decided to save 400. Polish Z's are pronounced like J's? Wait, so it actually would be pronounced Waji? That's really cool. So I guess it is Waji then. Okay. That is good to know. Clearly I don't speak Polish, but I don't know, maybe I should learn it. It's a cool language. Anyways, so you see Grace again, who's gonna inform us, by the way, I'm gonna go to the Chinese restaurant, and we should exchange information. So we're gonna go head back up to the Chinese restaurant now. And just give her a quick chat. Eternal Sonata is such a cool game. I should try to... I own it. I should try to play it more sometime. I don't know. I have so many games in my backlog. Like Cold Steel 4 is staring at me whenever I have free time. But yeah. Which I guess is sort of a first world problem for most of the audience that's waiting on Cold Steel 3. But anyways, now we're gonna go back to the base, and we're gonna go to the boss, talk to the boss. We're gonna try to figure out what we're gonna do about this problem with the gangs down in the old town. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I forgot to turn in the quest, and that's why I was short on money. Hopefully I won't be short on Sepith now. I really hope.
Did you end up exchanging any?
I had to exchange a little bit of my fire, of the ones I don't want to exchange. The fire... No, I did exchange it. Okay, I don't know why I was short on money then. Anyway, so now we're going to head over and up to the roof to talk to the cat. We have not forgotten the... Hey, kitty. Ah, there's a cat. It's so cute. It must have been already lived here before the support squad moved in. Didn't the Crossbow Times used to be in this building? It must have been there since then. Yeah, that sounds right. What's your name, you little guy? Its name is Koppe. Tio, did you name it? That's such a cute name. No, I didn't name it. That's ridiculous. But regardless, let's just accept that its name is Koppe and move on. Yeah, that sounds good by me. We'll have to bring it up and bring it food every so often. And that was a conversation. That was fun. Live translation is hard. Please forgive me if I made any mistakes. But so yeah, so it actually had some foreshadowing. I forgot about that foreshadowing, but that makes a lot of sense. Because yeah, as you might have gathered from that quick bit of foreshadowing, Tio can talk to animals. I wish we could get some of the cat rewards in the run, but we cannot. We just can't. Also, like, we don't have the money either to get the all worth it for the that is a good time for cool cat emotes. That is the wrong. Anyway, so we just took a quick detour to pick up the Eagle Eye quartz because Eagle Eye will show enemies on our mini-map, which makes it so much easier to not accidentally run into them. Even if it weren't necessary for the purpose of using arts later in the game, which it is, we would still be picking it up because I don't want to run into enemies on the map. And we're now going to visit our friendly neighborhood lawyer Ian, who's just going to give us legal advice about what to do about the Mafia. Or, excuse me, yeah, the Mafia. So we'll just head back to the base and we're going to talk to the table where we're going to plan our operation. So we're going to just waltz in the back door. Excuse me, that wrong table. Here's the table. We need to say top, bottom, and then I actually need to disobey my notes and say top for the last option too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in English, when I'm watching something that's speaking in English, I can pick up words, but I can't read Japanese that fast. It's kind of sad. Oh well. Anyways, we brought the gang leaders together, and they figured out that their entire fight is just sort of like a giant plot planned by the Mafia to put them against each other so they can recruit them into their army to fight the other Mafia. Yeah, that's actually the plot. Yeah, it sounds really weird when I'm summing it up like that. I swear it makes more sense. It doesn't make that much more sense. I need to pick Ellie, which I normally wouldn't pick there, so I had to like double check and make sure I was picking the right one. I mean, yeah, oh yeah, so you can read the characters and that's like not understand them. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, so whoever you pick in that conversation comes with you. So we picked Ellie because she can cast an S-Break because she has CP. And look at them die. And that was the final boss of the prologue. So yeah. I'm not sure if I heard a bon or not. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. We gotta reset the run now.
The most important thing is the bun count.
It was a makasete. Okay, thank you guys in chat for being on top of this, because we clearly aren't. Anyway, so now, I think that's where we have the conversation about the barrier and going over it. Come on, let's go through menus. Let's save the game because of the marathon run, just in case. I literally can't think of anything that could go wrong, but I might have a power outage, so we'll save the game.
Seems to be the theme, so...
Seems to be the theme. Oh god, I feel... Oh god, between beef and yeah, whatever. I already had my technical difficulties earlier, right? Hopefully. Hopefully. Anyway, so for this chapter, there's been reports of wolf attacks in various parts of the outlying areas of Crossbell State. So we're going to be running around to them and Dan, you know enough Japanese to understand what that means, damn it. I know you do. But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna be running around Crossfell State, but dealing with the wolf infestation. Infestation feels like the wrong word for wolves. But attacks doesn't feel right either. Sightings. Let's go with wolf sightings. Alright, so the first step is that we're going to go to the weapons shop and we're going to trade some quick Sepith away in order to buy a new weapon for Tio. So this is Tio's weapon. Need to exchange Sepith first, obviously. We can do 100 of each here. 100 of those, I should say, not each. But, we'll just buy Tio a weapon. And we will not equip it. That saves a marginal amount of time. Then we're going to head up to the quartz store. We're going to buy a spirit one. And we're going to open up at slot 2 on everyone but Randy, because Randy doesn't need spells. Then we're going to buy a Spirit 1 Quartz. There it is. Then we'll go into Orbment. We will equip onto you the Spirit 1. And we'll give Lloyd over here the Eagle Eye that we picked up earlier, because, again, we don't want to run into enemies. Then we'll just stop by the Chinese place, rest up, and be on our way. Actually, I wanted to try doing something else last time I did this run, so I'm gonna do something else. I think it'll be like slightly faster if I don't rest now and I rest later. So we're gonna do that. New strats. Are there any fights that you're not supposed to win early on that are kind of a joke now since I'm level 50? Yeah, we just had one against Dowolf earlier. That fight you can win, and I believe you could extra, and like obviously you can win. We won it, but it's very much supposed to be you run out of time fight. Like it's not that hard to beat in a casual playthrough, but like it's not like you get an option to retry or continue it fight. It is we're just gonna continue the game because we don't super expect you to win this fight, especially if like this is your first Trails game or something. Anyway, so now that we're level 50, this game is going to take a page out of Earthbound's book, and if we auto attack any enemies while they have like little birdies above their heads, they'll just automatically die like that. So that's cool. You also notice that we still get Sepith when we do this. And as you might have gathered from all of the talking about Sepith I've done so far, we need that Sepith. So we're just going to be killing all the enemies we can along the way. We're not going to be too aggressive about it right now because the enemies here don't drop very much Sepith, but as we get later into the game and enemies drop more Sepith, we're going to be super aggressive about it. So, yeah, the translation is... So I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's good, but I strongly recommend playing Zero and Azure to some extent before playing CS3, before playing Cold Steel 3. So if you plan on playing Cold Steel 3 at release, I highly recommend going out and playing this game, and OW for that matter. But yeah, that is my stance on the patch. Is either wait. You're either waiting. You can't play. Don't play CS3 without playing this. Is basically my stance. So yeah.
In fact, don't even finish Cold Steel 2 without playing this.
I mean, ideally, but like, I don't know. They spoil each other. Like it's not the worst thing in the world. I think these are better games than Cold Steel 1 and 2, so especially casually. So I would recommend playing these first, but it's not the biggest deal. What am I doing? That's not the item I want.
On top of that, as bad as the translations are, if you've played anything from the SNES era, like Breath of Fire or Breath of Fire 2, the translations are better than that, so...
Yeah, it's better than Breath of Fire 2. Well, Breath of Fire 2 is like a 1 out of 10 on my scale. Like 0 is maybe like a 3 out of 10. So it's better.
Fair point, yeah.
Like, and then the Owl Patch is like, I don't know, like a 5 out of 10 maybe. But yeah. Like, there's definitely an but yeah. I don't know. This isn't a super precise scale, but yes, Breath of Fire 2 is one of the worst translations of all time. So yeah. Like, it definitely is better than that. Yeah, so we're not using Teal's attack because... So it's not instantaneous. We would have to wait a little bit for Teal's attacks. It doesn't wind up being faster. We want Teal to have Spirit 1, which means that the slot for Eagle Eye needs to be on Lloyd. If we don't have Lloyd in the lead, we don't see the little dots on the minimap. And we want those dots. We super want those dots. So yeah, so it winds up... So Lloyd is slightly... It's close. I'm not... Teal's definitely not faster. Either the same or Lloyd's slightly faster, I think. I got the U map. Yes, I got the U material. Yeah, I definitely got the U material. Okay, I'm gonna be paranoid and check. Yes, I got the U material. Okay. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, sometimes, yeah, the hits don't have the same hitbox for his left and right swing. It's very impressive. But yeah. But yeah, like if we're using Tio, like that, you see it has a little delay, the attack has to go out. It has to actually hit them twice, because there are just multiple hits. So yeah, so Tio just isn't actually better than Lloyd for monster killing, is what it comes down to. Even though it kind of feels that way, because it has multiple hits like that, it's just actually not better. Anyway, so now we're in town, so we're gonna head up to this little hut over here that is completely unused outside of like one side quest in Owl, I think. But it has an EP Cut 1 in it, so we're gonna grab that. But yeah, no, like trust me, you want to be using Lloyd's auto attack. Like it's also more consistent. You can very easily just straight up miss with TOs. You really want to be using Lloyd's. It's like, just please trust me on this. I know that there is at least a desire to have this game be released officially. I have no idea what's going to come of that, but anyway, so now we're at the fun part of the game where we need to talk to basically everyone in town in order to find out more about this wolf attack. So we have to go up to here. Oh. I did miss... Shoot. Okay. I can get that later. I can get that item later. Okay, we'll get it later. I missed one item on the way. We'll just have to remember to get it later. Have to talk to him. We'll talk to the guy by the truck. Go to the bar owner and sleep. So I know you heard the sleep sound. We did not actually sleep, so we gotta do that. Talk to this guy over here. Talk to this strange purple-haired guy who's, I'm sure, not very important. And we hit everybody. Good job. Yeah, so I did miss the seal, right? Yeah, so I missed this. So I missed the seal blade. We do need to pick up the seal blade, so we just need to remember to do that. Actually, it's not. Do we need the seal blade, or can we just be fine without it? Let me think about this.
What is the seal blade normally used for?
It's used for some arts setup, but I might not. With this route, I don't know if I actually need it. Because we do a few less fights. I just was always... No, we need the seal blade still. Okay. Wait. No, we don't need the seal blade, because... Yeah, we can just skip the seal blade. Okay, so we just don't have to go back for it. Cool. Where was I in the actual things? Where do I need to go now? Ursula Village. And by Ursula Village, I mean Old Town. Oh, excuse me, police station. We gotta go to police station, which is in Government District. We have not been in any fights, so you shouldn't have missed any bonds. Harvest Moon, that takes me back. Yeah, that is a fantastic game. So she is the person we can turn in our monster guide to. So we've actually got enough monsters already in order to get one UMAT. So we got the one UMAT. Yay! Oh my god. Tigerian. For shame. Anyway, so now we're gonna head down to Guillaume's factory? Question mark? French names are hard. But yeah, so we can upgrade Tio's weapon. We'll do that. And the reason we're upgrading Tio's weapon is because this is her best weapon in the game. Like, actually, literally her best weapon in the game, because it boosts her arts. The reason we're upgrading Tio's weapon is because this... I'm getting an echo? Maybe? I don't know. So now we need to go down to station, and we'll just... head out. I forgot to buy hats. We can definitely buy hats later. We can definitely buy the hats later. Not buying the hats now is completely fine. We'll have plenty of opportunities to buy hats. I am playing the Vita version. I'm playing the Zero no Kiseki Evolution on a PSTV. Anyway, so we just went to that bus stop. It turns out that the bus is just not coming and not coming, so we think that maybe there's something wrong with it, so we're gonna go find out, because we are the police. And we help people, because that's what the police do. I don't know where I'm going with the sentence.
That's what the pseudo racers do, at least.
Yeah. So not too many treasure chests we gotta get on this area of the run. Just gotta stroll on down, get as much steppers as we can, of course. And hey, we found the bus. And there's some enemies attacking the bus, so we're getting to another boss fight. We continue to be level 50. So we're just completely fine. Hey, we got another Orino Bond. Nice. And so that was easy. So I think we've clearly demonstrated that if any more of these guys show up, we are definitely going to be completely fine, right? You don't need any help. No help is necessary. Oh hey, there's some more. We got this. Guys, you just had 20 hours of your series. This is Zero's series now. And you, guy, get the nerve of them interrupting my boss fight, and I can't even skip their S-craft animation. Like, wow. And you guys are just excited because Estelle's the best character in the series, and like that's fair, but. Now they get their theme music. Just so rude. This is why nobody respects the police, because the racers just come in and steal all of our credit. Anyways, just for grids, so you know, my notes literally say, then keep going to Hospital Land. Just thought I'd bring that up. My notes are wonderful. Sooner or later I'll get in cutscenes and I can like catch up on chat, sorry. But yeah. Yeah, I mean like, so like if you want to try to start getting better at Japanese, throwing yourself in video games is something I highly recommend. Like it's going to be a challenge and like you're going to be constantly looking up words, but this is not the biggest deal in the world.
Funnily enough, it's actually how one of my best friends studied for his Japanese finals, so...
I mean, Japanese final, you probably want to study vocab a bit better and stuff. But yeah, no, like just throw yourself at some untranslated thing that you want, or throw yourself at a translated thing, and then just like write down what your translation would be, see what they would have said, say what the other translation is, learn from that. Like, just do it. I don't know. It's very fun. Are my notes translated? So Izayoi actually stepped up and translated my notes for me. Because I just kept not doing it. And like anybody else besides me who wants to like read the notes, like my notes are half in Japanese because like when I'm scrolling through a menu I just want to like see, oh, Japanese word, done. I don't want to have to like back translate. That's a little extra brain power. Takes a little bit longer. But yeah. Every language is complex. English is complex. It's beautiful. But I don't know, English is also wonderfully simple in some ways. Like, only 5 tenses is just wonderful compared to, say, Spanish or whatever. Or you got, what, like 17, I think? I don't know. No, there wasn't that much. You're right, there was not that much. It's just fun to sort of act like my notes are silly. Every language pillages other languages. You should know, like, there's half of Japanese is Chinese and English loan words, too. Like,
So Japanese invented their own alphabet for not Japanese words.
and it's a little more complex than that. Basically, there were 2 competing ones, and they wound up being used stylistically in that. Style of written language is weird. I don't understand it. But anyway, so back to the plot. There was a wolf attack here. This guy got attacked by wolves. That's your plot update is complete. We're now investigating what happened. So we'll just go on. I'll go up to the rooftop where he was attacked. I mean, like saying they mix 3 alphabets together is sort of like saying, well, English mixes 2 alphabets together, capital letters and lowercase letters, and then sometimes they use cursive. It's like, no, it's just one written language. It just has multiple versions of the characters. Same thing. Anyway, so now we have to check the laundry on the roof. I forget why, but we definitely have to check the laundry on the roof. And now that we've done that, we can head down there, and we can see that the wolves got in by jumping over a fence. So we're going to do the only responsible thing and build a taller fence, build a wall, keep all the wolves out. I apologize for bringing that in. I promise there will be no more jokes of that nature, but I had to. But yeah. Oh yeah, no, like Pokemon games are probably a really good one to try playing in Japanese because like you already know half the stuff. If you miss something, it's probably not a big deal because it's a Pokemon game. Plot's usually not too important. Yeah, definitely would recommend that. Okay, so now we have the pop over the nurse station. Oh, I forgot to mention, the nurse we had in the beginning, who had a portrait, that is our sister, Cecile. I really don't have anything else to say about her, but she is our sister, and we should probably know that. It might be relevant in Owl, I don't know. Laughs in Arnold Surge? I do love Arnold Surge, oh my goodness, that is one of my favorite games, too. How did that get brought up, anyways? What was the context of that? I missed it. Very sad. We want to go this way. Now we're going to visit Shizuka, who is Arios' daughter. Arios being the bracer who saved our butts earlier in the sewers, before we were, gods and reached level 50. So we're going to visit her. She was involved in an auto accident along with her mother. Her mother passed away in the accident and she was stricken blind. She's a wonderful, super charming NPC, and nothing bad should ever happen to her. That's my stance on this. She's not going to be terribly important in this game. You might find out more about her later in Owl. I don't know. That's up to Beef. Words are hard. I keep debating whether to call him Beef or Champion Beef, and I'm like tripping over myself every time. It's great. Anyways, so now we're going to take the bus stop home. Oh god, yeah, They just translated home in Arno Surge, and that made me so... They mistranslated the subtitle of Arno Surge. Nisa was impressive on that one. But, or, actually, I don't know if it was actually Nisa doing it, or if they just published it. Anyways, that was a cool-looking wolf. No, no. Anyway, so now we're getting to see the moment where Guy left us. Also, we learned earlier, by the way, in a random cutscene that we were skipping over, that Guy passed away. We kind of blame the Mafia for it, because he was investigating the Mafia and then he died. So, that's part of why we're becoming a policeman, to follow in our brother's footsteps. And so now we're visiting the third place where there were sightings, which is Mainz, the mining town. I just realized how similar those two words are. That was probably deliberate. Cool. Anyways, so we'll just pop outside, then we'll warp to the residential area. Because that's the quickest. Shouldn't I be running the Japanese restream for this? That'd be terrifying. Talking and having to just rattle off in Japanese for 4 hours, that'd be absolutely terrifying. But yeah.
Access.
I mean, yeah, you gotta keep up with it. Like, you gotta keep up with the language or it will fade, but it will come back. I mean, if you study for 6 years, it'll come back if you start just trying to use it. Anyway, so I actually like visually, I super love this area. Like, they didn't really upgrade the graphics for the Evolution version, but so you got to remember that this was originally on PSP, and like they did a really good job, I feel, with just designing this area and just making it feel pristine and beautiful. I don't know.
It's probably why they sacrificed the revolving the camera so they could get such nice graphics.
No, that's probably why, and also like they had these, but I don't know. Like for the speed run, I really want that city camera. My God, like just to be able to look where I'm, like especially when you're walking towards the camera, you cannot see enemies, and like it is random what direction they're facing. So that first dungeon where I don't have anything is just the scariest thing in the world.
Access.
Anyways, we have detected a wolf because, in addition to Tio's ability to talk to animals, she also has the ability to detect life forms at a range, which is really cool. I'm sure there's not like any super evil organization that was behind this that like kidnapped her as a child. That definitely didn't happen. It's a very just happy story about how she just happened to be born with these special powers. Yep, definitely.
Oofed.
Yeah, this game is not as dark as the third, because the third is one of the darkest games I've ever played. But it definitely is darker than FC or SC, I would definitely say. So yeah, so we're gonna take a quick detour up to the doll factory. And there we go. Like, also, part of the advantage of using Lloyd is that if I miss an attack, like I did right there, I can immediately do a quick one-hit while I lose a lot more time as Tio, and it's pretty easy to miss as Tio. Especially in Zero. I do think collision is better in OW, which is probably where beef is coming from, but... Yeah, oh yeah, whenever I change characters, they do give a quick little shout-out. They have, like, 2 lines for both of them. For all of them. We can cycle them earlier. Or later, rather. Anyways, I don't know who this is, but she's probably not important.
I think I've seen her hair before.
Oh, that's pretty distinctive hair, yeah, but... I don't know, like this is... We're in Crossbell, we're not in Zero. There's definitely not going to be random... Or, they're not in Libero. They're definitely not going to encounter random Sky characters in this game. Definitely no. Like, I mean, we had Estelle and Joshua earlier, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh my goodness, I can't hit. Yeah, if we don't say the word Bon, it doesn't count as a Bon.
Particularly if we're counting Watashi and Ora and Boku and whatever other word they want to.
Also, yeah, they don't. I don't think they ever say Ori no Banda when they're getting to go in front. But did you say Makasete? Oh yeah. Also, that waterfall is so cool. I'm just saying.
Oh, I love it.
It's just like, wow.
Remember there was a few times when I was playing this an hour, I just stopped and ran back and down that bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
行きます
I'm not going to say it links the Trails and CS games well.
You don't think
Cold
it?
Steel 3.
Sorry, you cut out for most of that.
Ah. Whoops. Let's try that, see if my mic works a bit better.
Right, so that's the last treasure chest we need on this little trip. Because that is the last treasure chest with Sepith in it. Oh yeah, this is basically... I literally think of this as being more like Sky the 4th instead of the first game of the Trails arc. That's actually like one of my faults with it, is that it doesn't really do the greatest job of introducing the people who are supposed to be the main characters. Bottom. I had to find in my notes where that was. But, yeah. It's not like it does the worst job introducing them, it's just... It does feel like it lets the Sora characters take the stage a bit too much. And, like, I feel like the characters that should be introducing suffer for it. But, yeah. But on the flip side, there's only, like, 4 new party members, unlike the 37 that are in Cold Steel, so... You know, it could be worse. Anyway, so we have made it to Mainz, the mining town. So now that we're here, we have to literally talk to every single person in town. And you're probably thinking, you don't possibly mean literally. I mean literally. Talk to this just a complete ditz of a girl right there. Pretty sure her entire subplot involves trying to get boys to fall in love with her. It's actually kind of cute. This guy, whose entire subplot basically involves his daughter, who is also super adorable. Then we have to talk to this woman in this hut up here. I completely forget what her little sub-story is, but I think it involves her husband. Well, it definitely involves her husband. But I don't remember I don't remember her subplot, I'm sorry. Next, we're going to talk to this guy right here. We're gonna go into the inn, and we're going to just talk to her. Yeah, let's not heal up. I feel like taking a risky. We're gonna talk to the maid. The maid is awesome because she's just like super tsundere, and I love it. Well, she's not even tsundere. She's just like, I really wish the guys are awful. Everybody who comes to my place of business to drink is awful, and in her defense, they're kind of awful. So I don't know. It's great. This kid is just like bound to skin his knee on that platform sooner or later. This is a grandmother of someone, and I forget who. This guy is a slacker who's like peeking in on this guy who's sick in bed. This guy is sick in bed. And this is sick in bed guy's wife. Or is he injured and not sick in bed? I don't know. Anyways, that should have been everyone. And if it was everyone, we're gonna walk past the mayor's house and there's gonna be a cutscene. Yes! We got the cutscene. Okay. That is very good. Anyways, so now we got spun around. Now we need to go back to the mayor, and we're gonna talk to him and ask him why the mafia just visited. And I believe it's because the mafia wants this to get the quartz from the mine, or the sepith from the mine, excuse me. Well, it's been a while. So, in order to get that, they're sort of sicking wolves on the town to scare them. And by wolves, I mean combat dogs. Bottom 2, 3, 1, 4. And then we'll very quickly save because we are approaching a boss fight and it might be scary. Then we're gonna do what we do before the end of every chapter, which is talk to the table.
それじゃあまじ
ただええ
And Shio can hit both of them, so she will. Then we'll just have Randy hit this one. That didn't kill. Okay. So I got a couple extra bonds that we shouldn't have gotten then. But that's fine.
なんとかなったわね
With a level 50 party, we can never be too careful. This is true. I swear we're actually not going to be OP forever. But... Anyway, so we beat up the doggies, and now they went back to their masters, being super sad.
データ収集を開始します
Oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to Randy ult. I'm a stupid. Yeah, cause... Okay, well this is fine. Yeah, so I wasn't supposed to Randy ult there, which I don't do say, and I just didn't read. But we're fine. It's just gonna take a little bit longer.
海雲駆動
Wait, really? It's gonna get an extra turn? That's unfortunate. Or it's gonna get the health. Anyways, this is fine. Now we're just gonna spend a little bit of time finishing this guy off.
私の番ねそこ
Get a couple more bonds.
俺の番だな
Just artificially increasing that bond count.
よし
Okay, battle complete. And that was the final boss of Chapter 1. Congratulations. We beat another chapter, and enemies almost threatened us. Uh-oh, there's more. But then, the Alpha Wolf will howl. And the dogs are like, yo, we ain't dealing with this Alpha Wolf. Which is respectable. I wouldn't fight against White either. Then Ren has this very meaningful conversation with Arios. And then she's like, good day to you. Oh yeah, also, Zwite, which is the name of the dog. Zwite is best dog, by a lot. And you might say, wait a second, weren't you calling it a wolf a second ago? And like, for legal purposes, because it is now the police dog. It is now our K9 unit. So for legally, it is a dog. Can we pet the dog? Oh, we're gonna pet the... Oh, we visit the cat. We can't visit the cat and not visit the dog. So we'll visit the dog, don't you worry.
さすが皆さんです
And more safety saves, just in case, you know, the awful happens. Repide? I don't remember Repide. I don't know where that is, but... Anyway, so unfortunately, because the government is so corrupt in Crossbell, all the Mafia that we just threw in jail, got out. But it's okay, because we have ballet. So we're now going to introduce Ilya and... how do I pronounce it in English? Risha, there we go, Risha. Who are the principal dancers for the Arc-en-Ciel, which is the world-famous ballet. You might recognize those names as... about this ballet as being mentioned in the Cold Steel series if you play them, because... I think it's what, like the vice principal loves them? And also, like that was the hacker kid, that freckled kid, with blonde hair right there. We saw for like 5 seconds. Don't worry about him. We'll see him again later. The thickest girl. I legitimately don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's definitely more than PG-13.
Oh yeah, is it now? That is the wrong option. There we go. Okay, so we checked our quests, and now we can go about our way. So we are going to warp to the East Road, which is there. Then we're gonna ride the bus to Almorica because we need to go to the Almorica village, where they will give us a new quest about how some mean monsters have taken over their, like, storage area? Is that what that is? I think it's a storage area. It's like these weird random farms that with storage huts next to them. I think it's a storage area. I might be mistaken. Been a while since I played the game casually. Oh, I forgot to pet the dog. We'll have to do that later. We'll definitely remind me, like, next time we're in base to pet the dog. Oh right, sorry. We need to also stay the night at the inn because we have no CP and we need CP for these upcoming fights. We'll just quickly do that. Yeah, it is the vice principal. Yep, I did remember. Cool. So now that we have CP, we'll just head off about our way to the crossroads. The quickest way there is to take the bus. Oh man, if there were Eevees and if we just combine trails and Pokemon. Oh my, don't do this. Don't actually do this. It's too much of a good idea. You never have time for anything ever again. But we wouldn't have time to play any other games in the universe. Anyway, so this is our destination. So we're just gonna head in here, where there's a bunch of skunks who are doing handstands. And I'm like, skunks doing handstands is really cool. I think we should just let them live and maybe examine them. But unfortunately, no. We're gonna use team attacks, followed by an S-ray. Okay, one of them didn't die, which happens sometimes. Two of them didn't die. That's rare. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have not summon Zeit. Thought you had that move. That is the wrong button. We'll just waste turns for you, and then you will use this move to finish them both off. There we go. Nice and easy. Even got overkills. Anyways, I'm going to... This is probably why... Give Ellie 5 extra strength. That should help actually finish them off. Okay, so hopefully we're also going to sooner or later get a Sepith up bonus. That would be really nice. One of them lived again.
Getting some really unfortunate rolls.
Yeah. Oh well. We can't actually want to end the battle yet because we want to have you, Warcry. There we go. And enemy defeated. Nantoka natta indeed. Which basically means we somehow got through that. Oh my goodness. We just cannot seem to get the, Yeah, we're just not getting the, Sepith up bonuses at all. Okay, well that one went okay. Got all the kills that time. That's good. Just a couple more to go. Okay, we do need a team attack icon to beat them all, so we'll restart the battle until we get that. Come on. There we go. Ooh, got it! Okay. Sweet.
チャンスです。
We'll just do only 3 so we can try to maximize the value of that Sephiroth. Okay, I was almost worried they'd all survived and it was gonna be super sad. But they did not. Sure, we can just have Randy do it. And get some extra Sepith. Nice. Okay, now so we just have 1 battle left. If we're really lucky, we'll get another Sepith up bonus, but we got 1, which is really all we need. We did get another Sepith up bonus. Okay, that is really cool. There we go. So we will we'll just wait, and we'll get that Sepith up, and we'll be powerful for it. One of them lived. Is that gonna be in range? Okay, I'm gonna do War Cry. He's a little low on HP. He'll be fine. You wait. You need to get this beautiful Sepith bonus. Yeah, unfortunately one of the problems with this route is because we're tighter on money, we can't spend the money to pick up, the new weapons that you could get at the beginning of this chapter. Also, I never equipped did I ever equip Tio's weapon that we forged for her? I don't think I did. That might also be part of why I'm getting so unlucky. No, we did. We did equip it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I know. We have to, we need to pick up hats, because I forgot to buy them before. Yeah, we'll do that now. The hats wouldn't have changed anything, but we should pick up the hats now while I'm thinking about it. Because we don't lose any time doing it right now. Because we have to walk to the bus stop anyways. We'll just jog into the general store, and we'll buy 5 hats for 4 people. Because that is an appropriate number of hats for 4 people. You get 1, you get 1, you get 1, you get 1, you get another 1. Good talk. 5 hats! 1 for everyone's head and 1 for somebody's butt. And then we'll just take the bus back to Crossbell. That's really ROP. They give 5 speed, which is an absurd... Shoot. I have a glass of water in my left hand. This is hard. Okay. So, it was hard to do the little walk in the town. Anyways, we've been called into base, so we'll just warp there. Where Risha, from the ballet earlier, is going to come to us because someone is threatening Ilya's life, claiming to be Yin. Or I guess Yin? I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced in Chinese. A famous assassin. Where is Dwight right now? We need to find him. Is he on the roof? Where in the... Dwight, where are you?
Is he in Sergei's office?
No. He shouldn't be in anyone... He's probably on the roof. I'm betting the roof. Or he's playing with the... If he's not on the roof, we'll have to find him later. Nope, he's not on the roof. I don't need it, no. Well, I mean, it's written with a J, or with a Y. Well, in English it's written with a Y. But is it pronounced more like Jean? Like, it's not like a hard J, right? It'd be like a Jean, I guess? Oh, it is Jean. Why are you saying it's... Why are we saying Jean then? Why are we saying gold then? You're throwing me off. It is Zeit, not Zwei. Excuse me. Zwei is of course the other Falcom game, and it means two in German. I know what Zwei even means. I think I'm actually like saying Zweit or something weird like that, like doing both of them at the same time. Anyways, we just got kissed by a famous dancer, so that was cool. Anyways, also she's our sister Cecil's like best friend, which is kind of cool. Little link.
ありがとうございました。
Anyways, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna rest in the hotel, because resting in a hotel is like resting at a cafe, except it gives you 200 CP instead of 100, which is twice as good when you need that much CP, which we kind of do. We're gonna do that at the Hotel Millennium. Yeah, Zeit is time in German, which makes sense considering this game, but yeah. Spoilers. If I could, I mean, in Japanese it's pronounced in. That's like I know that. I can read the Japanese and just tell you it's pronounced in. It's everything else that throws me off. All right. Anyway, so now we're gonna talk to the Mafia and see if they're the ones threatening Ilya, because that seems the kind of thing Mafia would do. And obviously, just ask them if they're blackmailing. They're gonna tell us the truth. Well, yeah, I mean, there's Gin is like silver, and then there's In is the Chinese word for silver that's used in the script, and then Heiyue is also Chinese that I'm probably mispronouncing because I'm just pronouncing it the way it's pronounced in the Japanese script. But yeah. It probably wasn't. It might have been an actual plot point. I don't quite remember. It's been a while. Anyway, Zeit is at the West Street exit. Okay, let's go. That's the East Street. I swear I can read. There we go. Yes, we found him! Tio, what's he saying? The sunlight here is really nice. What, really? Seriously? I was convinced that with all the kids messing with him, he was just completely pissed off. Zweit is really relaxing, really enjoying himself. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off, is because it's Zweit in at least the Japanese, which is like just what my brain sort of reacts to. Anyways, incidentally, we needed to head here anyways to talk to Ian. And Ian's gonna mention to us that there's a second Mafia in town, Heiyue. Yeah, at some point, like, I should probably try to sit down with someone and, like, actually learn how to pronounce all of these things. But, no offense, but, like, trying to figure this out by how you're, like, describing it in chat is not the best way. While I'm trying to do a speedrun. So, now that we have visited the lair, we'll just head up to the port. Oh yeah, Three Kingdoms names are the worst, because when you're reading a Japanese script, especially because like most of my context for Three Kingdoms stuff is with Japanese fiction. And in Japanese fiction, their names are just read according to how you would read those names in Japanese, which makes them completely different from what they are in Chinese and English. And it just throws you, it's just like, okay, I gotta map all this stuff to each other, and it's great. I don't know, it's fun. Yue is one syllable? No, it's Sao, right? Yeah, it's Sao. There is like a little t sound, right? I think? Or is it just Sao? Oh, you're talking about them mispronouncing it. Okay, yeah, no. Like, I have a friend whose last name is Sao, and he pronounces it Sao in English, but I think it's Sao in Chinese? Maybe I'm just completely wrong. I don't know. Languages are fun. Anyways, so we just got a talk from the other police detective saying, we're trying to run a sting operation here, could you please not screw it up? And we're just like, we're not letting people get attacked by assassins, thank you very much. And we're just like, well, we'll just have to agree to disagree, and he drives off in his car. That's basically actually the plot. Anyways, now we're gonna meet the mayor, who says, hi, granddaughter, and we're like, wait. I knew you had the same last names, but I didn't know you were related. And we're just sort of like, Guys, you're so stupid. Like, how did you not figure this out on your own?
I mean, it could be a really common name.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like if I'm working with someone with the same last name as the mayor, and it's not like Smith, I might like ask them. Especially because the mayor is basically their head of state, because, well, sort of. There's two heads of states. It's complicated.
すみません。
So cow is,
be fair,
it's
only one
cow
of them
with
passed
with
the
Vietnamese.
detective
Interesting. Oh, sorry. You were saying?
Well, to be fair, only one of them did pass the detective exam, so...
Oh, wait, I thought both. No, I thought we passed the detective's exam and the other guy whose name I'm blanking on that starts with a D passed the exam.
Oh, Dudley did, but...
Yeah, Dudley did, and we did, and Lloyd did, right? Or am I just completely
Lloyd did.
misremembering?
Oh, I meant why they didn't figure out that Ali was the mayor's granddaughter.
Oh. Yeah. Anyways, this is Ernest. He is a very earnest fellow who is who's grandfather's secretary. And he is trying to convince Ellie to come back and work for grandfather. Because he thinks she'll do more good there than with the police, who are just a bunch of worthless imbeciles who should be working, the bracers are better than them, is basically his argument. And bracers are cool, I can't really argue against that, but like, dude. She's trying to live out her dream. And so now we're going to go onto the roof, and we're going to tell Ellie that it's okay for her to just live her dream. Oh, yes, it's a video game. Same last name 100% means they're related, yeah. But, like, literally my split for this day, because I just do splits by day once we get into chapters 1 and 2. My split for this day is literally, like, just same last names, WTF. Because it's just like, how do you not notice this? Like, I shouldn't know this. Are there references to the Gagger trilogy? I have never played them, so I don't know. Ellie should go by Ellie McD, yeah, because it was super obvious that who Elisa was. Or excuse me, or however, say that but more sarcastically. Pretend I said that more sarcastically. Anyways, it turns out that Yin, the assassin, is working for Heiyue, but Heiyue doesn't know about anything about the letter, so they're like, WTF. And they're gonna just let the police investigate, because we're competent or something. I don't know. Anyways, we get a call from the International Bank of Crossbell. So, we'll head out there. The International Bank of Crossbell is, of course, a bank. Yeah, someday I'm gonna, like, just play through them in Japanese and just... But, I don't know. My backlog is huge. I am unfortunately at the point in my life where I have a job, and it gets in the way of playing video games. But I know that Kondo's favorite game is one of them. I don't remember which. But probably Song of the Ocean. But or is it the Maiden of something? I don't know. I know Vermilion Tears is the last one, and I'm pretty sure it's not that one that's his favorite. But anyways, meanwhile, in plot, we're going up to visit the president of the Bank of Crossbell. Not to be confused with the president of Crossbell, who's definitely a completely different person right now. White Witch is Kondo's favorite. Okay. Only 30 to 40 hours? I mean, so I'm the kind of person who's going to try to talk to everyone everywhere, so it's going to be a bit longer than that for me. But, especially because, like, I'm going to read it in Japanese, and I can't read Japanese as quickly as I do English, unfortunately. I'm going to probably be playing on emulator, so I can, like, use the turbo function. That'll be nice. But yeah. Anyways, Dieter just gives this huge, really cool speech about how he has this grand dreams to make Crossbell like a truly independent state, to effect some sort of cross-Brexit, if you will, from the neighboring countries of Erebonia and the Republic of Calvard, who basically act like they own the place. Yeah, so he's a kind of like a very skilled businessman who wants to be a politician, which I'm sure is not, which is just something that would never happen in real life, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Anywho, we're now in the basement where we have giant computer terminals that control the entire internet for Crossbell, because at this point in time in the story, we're actually introducing the internet to the world, in fact. But one of the major places where they're doing these experiments is here in Crossbell. So this is like this just central computer terminal for the entire internet. And there's a hacker on the loose. And Tio, being ultra awesome. How you unlearn such a word? I got nothing for you. Somebody mentioned it once in my chat, and now it's just always in my heart. Yeah, no. The bond counter is... It's a bond counter, not a band counter. Now we're gonna go to government, and then we go to the government building. Where we're going to... Basically, we found out where the hacker is coming from. We're gonna go pay them a visit. So we're gonna get a key to this area called Geofront B, which is gonna be really familiar to all of you because it's right where we were like an hour and a half ago. Or whatever, I don't have like the timer open in front of me. But yeah. We now have a key, so we can just open the door like some sort of person who doesn't go through walls. I'm not entirely sure why you would not go through walls given the choice, but here we are. So we can actually glitch our way to the end of this dungeon, but it's faster to just do it normally. Not a very long dungeon. The biggest reason, though, that we really need to go through that is because if we go through correctly, we both get the Sepith from killing monsters, and we get to head outside here, and we can pick up an 80 Sepith X all treasure chest. That's a ton of Sepith, so we don't want to miss that one. Oh yeah, no, it's not a hard glitch to execute, and it's, like, super fun, because you can glitch into a bunch of other buildings before you're supposed to. Yeah, it's really fun to mess around with. I don't know how this is a back attack, but it is. That was unfortunate. We do have smoke bombs, we'll just use one of them. Smoke, there it is. Yeah, Sasuga is one of the most... It's a word that as a translator you have to very quickly learn 1,000 different ways of saying, because otherwise your English is going to sound super repetitive. Tameni is probably easier. Like, that just means for the sake of... Like, but like it's usually easy to just come up with some natural way of saying it in English. But Sasuga character is one of those phrases that you just need to figure out a million ways to write, which is part of the fun of translating. But that's neither here nor there. Knew there was a lizard waiting in ambush for me. Yeah, like that's something you get out of professional translations that he's just not able to notice, is that Japanese as a language is just very forgiving of repetition. So you can say the same word a lot of times in a row, and it won't like be a problem. English, you can't do that. Another thing is that Japanese like loves the passive voice, and you basically can't use the passive voice in English writing to any major extent, or it'll sound really bad. But yeah, those are just cool things with languages that are like fun to notice and play with. I mean, it's Reddit. People will complain no matter what. But why the final boss percent? It's complicated is 100% the correct answer. When we get there, I will explain why it's final boss percent and not, Let's give them the slip. They slipped in front of us. I probably shouldn't have used the word slip for both of those translations. That was weird. But yeah. Anyway, it's time for a boss fight. I'm not gonna save. I'm gonna play it life on the edge. Actually, this boss is can actually cause trouble. Let's actually save. Probably won't, but it could. Yeah, Shioganai is another one where you have to learn a bunch of ways to translate it. Anyways, you're being attacked by the cleaning robots.
了解です。
We'll quickly hit these two off to the side. Then we'll have Tio hit the boss in this one up here. Then we'll have Lloyd finish off the boss. And then we'll have Ellie finish off the last ad.
私の番ね。
Easy fight. Dan, I am upset.
かなったわね。
I am upset at you so much. I don't know, I feel that, like, quality of writing is one of the things I enjoy in a well-written story, so I do care about it for that reason. But yeah. It's actually, like, one of my problems with, like, like, the evolution versions of these games added new side quests. The writing in them, like, I can tell the difference, because it's just very obviously not the original writers, and it's just painful. No, any percent definitely allows glitches just fine. Any percent beats the game, final boss percent beats the final boss. That's the difference. What does that mean? Stay tuned and find out. Oh, oops, let go of the X button. That was silly. Anyways, you need to go to the hotel, which is in the entertainment district, and rest up. I wonder if I should consider trying to save 400 gold by resting not at the hotel. The previous one. Like here I definitely have the rest of the hotel. But Al, I believe, is doing a glitchless route. Beef can correct me on that if I'm mistaken, but I believe it's glitchless. Now we are going to the Stargazers Tower. For those of you who don't know, I actually speedrun another game called Hoshio Miruhito, which translates as Stargazers. So this tower means a lot to me. Because it is just so much better than that game in every possible way.
Learn
oh
to
my
hear
God.
about a game called
But,
Hoshi. Don't play it.
No.
Just don't.
That game... If you ever learn to hear about a game called Hoshi, don't play it.
Wait, no, don't go there. This is a marathon for good games.
Oh yeah.
Well, good news is not only are we playing a good game, but we're going to get a good character at the tower.
Yeah, but she's not gonna be level 50, so she's useless to me. Like, I
Shame.
can't use people who aren't level 50. Ooh, nice drop. 14 water. That's really good. Yeah, these guys drop water and sky a lot, so we definitely want to hunt them a bit. We're at the part of the game where we're getting decent drops from these enemies. We're also going to head up here, because up here is a treasure chest containing a cast quartz, which, much like in the Sky games, is going to significantly reduce the casting time. And Schlotl, you're fine. Don't worry. You are more than welcome to, like, you can stay in the chat if you want to, like, but yeah. Just keep on hunting things. Yeah, so this is, again, we're in a dungeon here where I have to actively play, so I'm not going to be able to read chat quite as much for this section again. But Stargazers is the best game. There are lies in this Twitch chat. So many lies. Oh, those birds are cool. Those birds are really well rendered for a PSP game. The Tower of Stargazer. And yeah, as we see it, by the tower is Noel of the Crossbell Self-Defense Force, I think they call themselves. I forget what it's supposed to be in English. But basically they're their military, but they're not allowed to call themselves an army because, you know, we're not technically an independent state. We're technically vassal states of both Calvard and Erebonia. But yeah, anyways.
Which they like to remind us of constantly.
Yep. Politics. So much politics now. This game's mostly just focused on Mafia. Mafia and drugs. This is a boss fight.
さあ始めましょう任せて
Yeah. Had to double check who uses the S break here. And that was a boss fight. Good talk. I'm glad you enjoyed it, kid. Like that. But yeah. So I did it. If you're talking about Big Bad Gameathon, I did not submit it to this Big Bad Gameathon, no. Did do it in a previous Big Bad Gameathon, but yeah. Oh my goodness, I just keep missing that second hit. Anyways, this is just also some really cool music, just that, I don't know, it's neat. This game, the entire soundtrack of this game is really nice. It's part of why I run the Evolution version. I do like this Evolution soundtrack more. I know that's an unpopular opinion in some circles, but there's especially a couple tracks later in the game that I think are just so much more fantastic in the Evolution version. So. I think it was a Bond. I think there was a Bond in that fight. Oh my god. That perception is hard. Anyways, so I need to not forget the EP2 though, because we definitely need the EP2. Yeah, Ow is closer in my mind, but I also don't. I don't know. I think Zero has the better OST overall than Ow, but they both. I mean, it's a Falcom game. They all have good OSTs.
Honestly, I would pay you to find a bad song in a Falcom game.
I mean, I could do that. I could definitely do that. But yeah, we grabbed the EP2 though. We grabbed the EP2, and that's the one thing I need to not forget to do in this tower. We can get back into here, it turns out, because I found that out after a practice run where I forgot to grab the EP2 and I had to run back. Ooh, whoops, ran into that enemy.
さあかかってこい
ごきげんよ
Anyway, so yeah, so this is a super mystical area, which means that much like in the Cold Steel series, excuse me. Oh, I'm just running into every enemy now.
データ収集
俺の番だなみんな
The oh wow, we failed.
ダメか
ごきげんよ
The higher elements are in play, and we have the special like death, and guard and all those other annoying turn bonuses that first appeared. I hit him! You can see the birds above his head! What the? Yeah, I stunned him and then I hit him. What is this?
行きまし
You know what? We'll just kill you with Tio.
よし
Just gonna kill him with Tio, because apparently I can't kill people with Randy at Void right now. Okay, boss time. Need to move Tio to the back row where it's safe. We'll save the game, just to be careful. Because this is the final boss of Chapter 2 right here. Which isn't to say we're anywhere near the end of Chapter 2, mind. It's just the final boss.
陰の力見せてやろう。
もらったぜ任せてくれ
Yeah, I'm also a little torn on the Trails Evos, but,
私の番ですガンナーモード起動します
whatchamacallit,
私の番ね
Golden Road, Silver Road, I think? Or Golden Road, Silvery Road, maybe? That track in Evo is just absolutely wonderful. I adore that track's Evo version so much. I really recommend checking it out if you don't know what I'm talking about. Bottom right. Yes. Oh, I was not paying attention for bands. I'm sorry. Quick, somebody! Where are their bonds? Okay, +2. Oh, +2 or 3. Not Golden Will Silver Wing. The one that plays in like chapter 3 of the third. Golden Road, Silvery Road, or something like that. Okay, it is 2. Okay. Okay, bond count has been saved. Thanks, you guys are heroes. Anyways. Yeah, Golden Road, Silver Road. Yep, got it right. Cool. Anyways, so once again, we need to talk to everyone here. But we don't need to talk to them once. We don't need to talk to them twice. We need to talk to them 3 times. But in the meantime, we get to watch ballet. Which is definitely what every speedrunner does on the weekdays. Is watches ballet. Because on the weekends, you're here, watching speedruns.
It's a pretty good show, though.
Oh, it's actually a really cool show, and I love it. It's probably better if we're not watching it at like 8x speed, but we're gonna watch it at 8x speed. I'm sorry. Anyway, oh yeah, so we're keeping a super close eye on the audience because we're expecting a terrorist attack. You know that letter from earlier, and like despite Ian telling us that she had no idea what was going on with the oh yeah, that was the person in the tower that we just fought in a boss fight, by the way. That was Ian or however I'm supposed to pronounce that. What number are we at? That's the best number because I don't actually have the stream open. I just have the Twitch chat open.
We're up to 42.
We're up to 4. Oh, nice. Okay, yep.
The meaning of life.
Gotta be honest, I'd probably enjoy the ballet more if people flew in it. Like, probably you shouldn't be making your ballet to entertain me in real life, but I don't know. That scene is really cool though, with her dancing on the water. The bonds are just the number of times that people say the word bon in dialogue. It's just a meme. Because there's the Ori no banda, watashi no banda ne, watashi no ban desu, and so on and so forth. So it's just fun to count them. Like Beef just sort of randomly said in the Discord that we should count them for our run, and so now we are. Yeah. I'll do the store first this time. Doesn't really matter. I mean, clearly he should write it with its kanji. Then there'd be no confusion whatsoever. Anyways, we're on our final round. We're almost done looking in every single door. Shoot. Screwed myself up by changing up the order, apparently. Talk to you. She walked in a weird direction. She usually just, like, walks down to the right. But she walked down to the left instead. Because someone asked for it. I don't know. Anyways, we're now reaching the climax, where they have a dancing duel against each other, or something. I'm pretty sure it's a duel. I don't remember the script of it too well, but I'm pretty sure it's literally a duel. Anyways, there's someone hiding in the eastern wing. It's Grace, the reporter, who's just like, I caught word that something's about to go on in the VIP booth, and we're like, that's where my grandfather is, Grandpa. It's probably not exactly what's said, but whatever. And he's coming to find Ernest about to kill the mayor. And he takes him hostage and then drops him on the floor. We chase after him. He's getting away. Time for a boss battle. Randy stops him, then he gets away some more. Best boy! How does Oreo Banda not get you pandas? Alright, gotta master that. But yeah, Dwight, literally best boy. Literally best boy. And then, then Ian's just going to leave her meeting with, hey Yue, bounce on over to the... It turns out she's Risha! I had no idea. They look so different. Never realized the moon was silver when when she represented the moon in the play, and it's like silver colored and all that fun stuff. Wow, what a twist. I think I actually had that one spoiled for me. It was very sad. I don't know if I would have figured it out otherwise. But anyway, so now Crossbell is celebrating its 70th anniversary? Might be wrong on the number. It might be like an even 100. But some number of years since gaining autonomy. You really should have played Zero before restreaming this. Yeah. Anyways, now they're playing Puyo Puyo. Which we can actually play as a minigame in the sequel, in OW. And I hope Beef shows that off. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But yeah.
It's a pretty fun game.
Oh, it is. It's a solid Puyo Puyo clone. It's not like Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is my favorite Puyo Puyo version. It's also my favorite Tetris version. But... And Randy is out with 3 girls, and they're all okay with this. Anyways, that was the first day of Chapter 3. So now we're already on day 2 of Chapter 3, so we're making good progress through Chapter 3. Gotta check my quests. I keep hitting that button. Keep doing that. So it turns out that there's more trouble by Elmorica Village, which is the farming village that we've been up to a couple times already. But first, we need to buy some new weapons, because we haven't bought any new weapons all game, so we definitely need new weapons. We can do that. That should be enough money. And then we'll just buy new weapons for everybody but Tio. Because we already have Tio's best weapon, because Tio scales off of arts and not attack. And the weapon we got her already gives her ATS, and it's like the only one that does. So that is her best weapon, even though we got it in Chapter 1. And then we're going to head up to the Orbital Store, where we'll purchase where we're going to synthesize a Sleep Blade, and then do a bunch of slot unlocks. So, also we can now unlock level 2s of slots. So, make a synth. Sleep Blade. And then slots. Ooh, is that... Oh god, is that okay? Do I have to actually load my save? I might have to load my save. Let me double check. Oh, I think we're good. I think yeah, that's one we unlock eventually anyways, so this is fine. Just a little dicey, but I think we should be fine. Did not mean to double upgrade that one just yet, but we should be fine. Anyways, now we're gonna go head down to Ursula Daigaku. So the Ursula Medical University campus, whatever we're supposed to call it in English. Oops. Just stop thinking. I keep trying to pick up my water bottle whenever I'm on a bus, and that's not a long enough cutscene. So yeah, so we're here because we've received a missing persons report for the doctor, Joachim, who is missing. Yeah, that was a great sentence. So we're not sure where he is, but we're pretty sure he's out fishing somewhere. So the first place we're gonna go is we're gonna head back to the city and we're gonna talk to the Fishers Guild. Why am I walking? That is a good question.
RNG manipulation, of course.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, RNG can be mean to me eventually. He can be very mean. Game's not going to be a pushover forever. Anyway, so it turns out that there's a fishing competition out on the peninsula at the halfway point between Crossbell and the Ursula College. So we're gonna head there. I feel like, oh man, I was just so much better about transportation than Zero is. Like, it's one of my biggest frustrations with Zero is having to wait those 5 seconds for every single bus. I wish I could skip them like you can in OWL. But anyways, yeah, we found Joachim just right over here in his doctor's coat still. And he's just like, I'm not leaving till I have a fishing competition against you. And we're like, fine, I guess, but you're a doctor and you should really tend to your patients. Like, WTF, man? We're gonna head over here and he's gonna say, well, you gotta take fish up a fish and then we can compete. And I'm just gonna say, I'll compete with whatever fish I have on hand. What? Why? Oh, excuse me, I'm talking to the wrong person? Yeah, I talked to the wrong person. Gotta talk to this guy. Okay, my bad. That's embarrassing. Whatever, we got some random items that we might sell for cash later. I don't know. It does not have mandatory fishing. It acts like it does, and then you can just skip it. We just skipped it. I'm sorry. I know you guys were looking forward to the fishing. But, we got speed to runs. And yeah, so we're gonna head back to town now, and then we're gonna get a call about there being a fight going on by the port, and we're like, oh god, hey, you guys got into a fight. So we're gonna have to go deal with that, like some sort of responsible policeman. Fishing is fun. Fishing is super fun.
I mean, I personally think it's definitely better in this game than in Cold Steel.
Maybe like trying to get all the fish without a guide in this game, I think is hell. And I think you can actually get all the fish without a guide in Cold Steel. Is like the biggest thing. Also, Estelle's a badass, just in case anybody forgot this. But yeah, it turns out it's Estelle and Joshua fighting against the Waji and Vald. So so we decided to settle this by having a combat race, which is going to be reffed by Grace, or excuse me, reported on by Grace, because of course it is. This theme is just so silly, and I love it. Like what? What is this? We're literally doing a combat race around around town. Oh no, there was a trap! A smoke bomb! And then Randy's like, I'm not gonna lose by shouting real loud. And then he just goes Super Saiyan. Well, maybe not Super Saiyan. Logi going toe-to-toe with Joshua is impressive.
He must be super strong to be able to do that.
But he's just I mean, he's a gang leader. I'm sure that gets him lots of strength. Or lots of, yeah, it makes him really strong. You gotta be strong to lead a gang. Anyways, this is where Randy's gonna tell us about his past. Where he was, he used to be a... What's the word? A Jaeger. But he left that life behind after his dad died in an epic fight against the, Jaeger King. I am not spoiling anything from 3 or 4, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Definitely staying 100% hands off on that. Anyways, we're now on day 4, which is the final day of the entire game. And you're like, wait a second, I thought this game had like 5 chapters, and you're mistaken. It has 3. Oh, yeah, sorry. Hard to read all of chat. You just start to grab lines sometimes. Wait, no, it's day 3. I do have more to do. Excuse me. For now, we're gonna head up here to the burger stand. And we're gonna buy some king burgers. Actually, I guess we have to exchange more Sapith first. Actually, let's do this in different order. Yeah, I do have a bit more excuse me, we're not done with the game quite yet. We do have one more day to go. This is day 3, not day 4. Buy that first. Then we'll pop over here. Buy some Alatoria mix, then we'll pop over to the police station. Buy 21 things of coffee. Pop into the meeting room. We are going to play up through Cold Steel 2, so we're not going to play Cold Steel 3 at all. So no worries there. Okay, now let's go back to Central. Gotta figure out how many king burgers I can afford, because I did get a little bit off right at the beginning. I would do like 100 of you. Let's do that. I'm probably playing it close, but whatever. I got 4 king burgers. That should be good. Then we'll head out to East Street. Yes, yes. By East Street, I mean East Road. Where we will head to Tangram Gate, a new destination. Because there is someone trying to import illegal goods in their crossbell. It's just the evilest crime. We will stop them. And so we're gonna get our orders from the vice commander of the self-defense force, who's basically actually the commander, because the actual commander is just a flunky who got put in there because of connections. He's useless. But Sonya, the actual commander, the vice commander, is pretty awesome. Anyway, so now we have to talk to everyone again, as is tradition, because we got to figure out which one of these is importing stuff. And this person seems strangely familiar, and they get a portrait. It's probably her. Definitely think it's her who's the thief. This random grandmother looks completely innocent. Can't be her.
I mean, she's far too old to be smuggling.
Yeah, no. Like, have you ever heard of a 90-year-old smuggler? No, you haven't. Case closed.
Plus, she'd have to be able to run away from us if she was smuggling.
Yeah, like, what sort of grandmother could run faster than a team of ragtag misfits that work for the police? Nobody, that's who. Anyways, yeah, so as some couple people mentioned in chat, it is in fact the old lady who is smuggling goods, which is what we're going to answer here. Wait, did I just say the wrong answer? I might have. It doesn't matter. Oh, we said the right thing there, so we're good. Yeah, I did say the wrong thing in the first one, but that's fine. Because we aren't gonna turn anything in. It's like, hey, Grandma, did you try to smuggle in goods? You'll never catch me alive! And she zooms. And you might go, well, that was 8 times speed zoom. It's like, and Kilika's just like, I have a foot. And I don't know how she really got that far in front, but Kilika is just too strong. Why is Kilika here? Well, as we learned in the 3rd, she has joined the Rocksmith something intelligence service. It probably has some special cool name, but basically Culver's spy agency. She is now, and that's why she's here. But I don't think we know that yet.
No need to worry, we haven't missed any buns. No fights yet.
Oh yeah, we haven't had a fight for a while. We're gonna have a fight soonish, I suppose. But in the meantime, we have to go to the residential section, and we're gonna talk to Yona again. And I walked the wrong way. Yeah, doors unlocked, we just go in and we can now just act happily. Beef. It was your idea, you can't turn off the bond counter. Yeah, let somebody else do it. Or is there no, or are you restreaming yourself for that one? Oh yeah, you're restreaming yourself, aren't you? Oh well. Chat can count. Chat can definitely count. And so yeah, so Yona's gonna tell us that there's some super strong hacker inside the whatchamacallit systems, the interwebs, the Orbital net, that we need to hunt down. And do that, we need to go into the special super deep area of what's the word? Of Geofront A. And so, in addition to that, I'd just like to mention that there's a book. Like, obviously, like all Trails games, there's a series of books that you can get as you're going through the game. And the book here, one of the books in Zero, you have to leave this dungeon after talking to Yona and getting teleported to the dungeon. And it's just like, what? That is not fair. That is not fair at all. But here we are.
Reminds me of that one in Sky FC, where you're trying to sneak around everywhere, but you just have to go to the airport, because why not?
That one's rough too. And then there's the stuff with like Anton. Doesn't one of the books you have to like talk to Anton like 3 times every time he circles the building, or something ridiculous like that?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't get the books in first chapter. I just couldn't do it.
Like they're just the game gets better about it as it goes on, but especially in the early games, it's
You
just
have to be
not
checking
fair.
a guide every time you talk to
You can
someone.
check, like I was doing a good job in my blind playthrough of Zero, and then I got destroyed by you got teleported to a dungeon and you have to leave it manually. And it's like, what? But yeah. That is something actually they finally do right in the later Gold Steel games. But yeah. Anyways, this dungeon is fun. Yep, there's one of them that's just randomly at Hacken Gate, super late. Oh yeah, no, this Geofront Meteor X is definitely one of the ones I love in I actually super like the original version of the Geofront theme too. They're both really good in their own way. I mean, I just want to read the books, like actually just read them. Is at least my stance. I mean, they're technically optional, sure, but they're good stories. So, almost ran into that one. That would have been embarrassing. Anyway, so this split is actually called stupid triggers in my splits, because we can actually use the get over the barrier glitch to get to the end of this dungeon prematurely, but the trigger to like have the post dungeon cutscene won't activate, and also the trigger that stops you from leaving the dungeon before you see that cutscene will activate. So you're just literally stuck there forever. It's the worst. I feel like I went the wrong way. Nope, I didn't go the wrong way. Okay. I didn't think that second hit was gonna miss. I always forget that enemy exists. That one was entirely my bad. Hey, we got the coin flip. We're almost out of this dungeon. It's a really big dungeon. No, it's this way. This is the one that always screws me up, because it's backwards from every other turn that's like that. Yep. Okay, we're almost at the end. It's okay, we would have gotten more bonds at the upcoming boss fight anyways. Did I forget to visit the inn at some point? Teal's supposed to have... Okay, so we're gonna have to play this by ear, because Teal's supposed to have a rest break for this. Nice counter. Okay, so we're gonna grab that Sepith up as long as we're wasting time. We should be... Oh, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, so we'll just burn turns. And then just claim that Sepith up, because we probably need it. Nice. Lloyd's attack is like Estelle's in in Sora. It does lots and lots of hits, so it gives us lots and lots of Sepith when we use it like that. A surprising number of the books have at least some element of truth. So at this point, I at least assume that all of them have an element of truth, but we don't really know. Well, I mean, we don't really know for some of them. Anyways, we got into a hacking duel with Kitty, whoever that could possibly be. Surely not someone we've already met. And we won as our reward some cool data. We'll have to go exit this dungeon. It's a pretty cool hacking sequence, yeah. That's not the right elevator. Is it the right? No, wait. It is the right elevator. No, it's not. I am confusing myself as to where I am. I'm sorry. I just go this way. It's easy. You just leave. You just leave. Just go in the leaving direction. Yeah, the art. I personally just love 2.5D art style in general, and yeah, like the character art is just incredibly well done in Zero. Ao's final boss cheats. Like, I don't know how like, it destroyed me live on Nightmare. Anyways, this menu is great because we can hold down the go fast button, which means we have to. But that causes this menu to be, like, impossible to control. It's super fun. There we go. Got it. Okay, but we're not done. We gotta learn about the Black Auction. Which has some, like, cool German name that I can never remember. But it's the Black Auction! Sorry, what'd you say?
The Schwarz auction?
Schwarz Auction. There we go. Anyways, now we're actually on day 4, which is actually the final day. And apparently... Oh, right, of course we're with Tio, because I chose Tio at one point. That makes sense. Let's get whatever cash we can, too. Before we head out. So let's see, so we did that, we've already bought in all the stuff we need. So yeah, let's go. Final day. And so those of you who played the game are probably like super confused as to how this is the final day, but you'll see soon enough. And so yeah, so there's more trouble in Almorica Village somehow. Basically, some tourists wandered into the abandoned the abandoned battlefield. Ancient battlefield. There we go. Ancient battlefield. So we gotta go save them. There's also some bracers there too, but it's a really big place, so we're all helping. But first we're gonna take like a double night's sleep because you're not the inn. You're the inn. Because we need to have a full S-craft. Full CP meter. No, come on. There we go. Okay, so now it's down to the ancient battlefield. So interestingly, the path to the ancient battlefield is sort of broken up until the start of Chapter 3. There's a barrier in the way the whole time. Even before the power did it, that's broken. They're repairing it. By the start of Chapter 3, the path has been repaired, but there's still the barrier in the way. And this barrier is super strong, and I have not been able to get over it with the glitch. I'm kind of mentioning this because if anyone can figure out a way to get over it, we could have skipped like the last hour and a half, like the last 2 hours of the run, and I would like to skip those 2 hours. So if any aspiring glitch hunters want to try to help the run, try to figure out a way over that stupid barrier. Please. Because literally 2 hours of being OP. Because we didn't get the sleep blade, and I'm sort of adjusting for that, and we're having fun with it. I'm also not going to get the hit 3 that's over there, that I normally get. But this music is really cool. This is actually also one of the things I love in the Evolution version over the plain version. But we're not going to get to listen to it too much, because up here, we're not going towards where the path we're supposed to take. Instead, we're heading to this barrier. And we're getting over it. Oh, actually, I want that treasure chest. Oh, whoops, don't want to. Let's go back to auto walking, or auto running, excuse me. If you're wondering how I possibly backed out of that menu, it's because I'm playing on an American Vita, or American PSTV, which means that the button for accept in the save menu is the opposite of what it is in the actual game. So I have to switch over to X in those menus, and if my brain like mistimes it, I wind up hitting the wrong button. Very unfortunate. 'Cause I'm just like mashing through this. Anyways, it should be, I think, one more to get through this barrier. And you're probably wondering why we didn't just like take the long way around that you're supposed to get to here. And the reason for that is that there's a trigger on that long way around that you're supposed to go through. And if you don't hit that trigger, the boss fight that's supposed to spawn here doesn't spawn here. And you're like, wait, you're probably wondering like, wait, if that boss doesn't spawn here, then what happens? And like, well, we just get to keep going. Oh yeah, no, circle is the accept button. Like, it's Japanese has it right, and I don't know why they switched it in America. I really don't. But yeah, we are literally getting over the barrier. Or I guess we're really going through the barrier, but it's the get over the barrier glitch. And we're through. So, again, there's supposed to be a boss fight up ahead. There will not be a boss fight. Also, look how much Sepith the enemies here drop. Oh my goodness. 30 Sepith, roughly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It really is. Yep, here's where the boss fight's supposed to be. And here's a suspicious looking door. I wonder what's on the far side of it. Let's find out. So we're just gonna glitch right through this door too. This door is pretty long, so it's gonna take me a little bit of time to get through it. But yeah, so this is chapter 3, day 4. We haven't actually really got into the genuine plot of this game yet. But we're already gonna hit the final dungeon. Oh no, this was never a glitchless run. This is final boss percent. There is a glitchless run. It's like 2 hours longer. And it's not terribly fun 2 hours in my opinion, but you know, some people run it. Oh yeah, no, I'm just avoiding the spoilers. Yeah, that's definitely what we're doing here. I'm helping you. I'm helping you.
They're definitely not going to be confused by some random characters now, that's for sure.
There's not gonna be any random characters. I'm pretty sure it's just the 4 of us who are gonna explore this dungeon. Like, why would there be anyone else inside the dungeon waiting for us? Anyways, yeah, so when you play this game, when you play the game correctly, for some definition of correct, at the start of this final dungeon, Joshua and Estelle join your party. We have gone, because we skipped so many triggers, that trigger never happens. Joshua and Estelle never join our party, which is a problem, because we would really like them to join our party, because they come with a lot of cool quartz that we can strip. But, even because they're not level 50, so we don't really want them. They're only level 40. I don't know how they got so de-leveled after being in the 3rd and being like 130 or something, but they did. I am playing the Vita version. I assume Jammy and Beef was emulating or something. And we're through the door! Yay. Or through the barrier. So, yeah, final dungeon time. So again, the game is super confused. We're not supposed to be here at this point. We are supposed to have a cutscene here where we get other characters in the game. It's playing the music from the opening prologue when we're here in the opening prologue and not the music that's supposed to be playing right now. It's a real shame because it's fantastic. It does know that that door's supposed to be shut. We can still one-shot the enemies on the map at this point, though, so that's good. I always think there's an enemy there for some reason. So, just head over here, we're gonna flip this switch. Keep that guy up. Ooh, look at all that Sepith. 35. I'm back around. And again, there's supposed to be... Again, as I've been saying, there's supposed to be triggers here. There's supposed to be a boss fight in this room, for instance. And we skipped it. There's supposed to be a cutscene at the staring down into the abyss up here. And we skipped it. This is great. But yeah.
That's confusing, Beef. How can there be 2 endings?
Guys, so let's actually not do OW spoilers at this point, please. Thank you. Anyways, not you, the Beef. But yeah, so we're just generally gonna just keep going through this. Just keep beating up enemies. There's a 200 Sepith all chest over here that we're gonna pick up because that's a ton of Sepith. Also, you're breathing into the mic a lot.
Ah, sorry.
No problem. Holy moly, where did this music come from? And also, I love this music. This might be my favorite final dungeon music of all the... No, that's not true. I know what my favorite final dungeon music is, but its name is a spoiler from a game that hasn't been released in the US, so I'm not going to mention it. But it's really good. But this one is like a close second. Unfortunately, we're going to make it stop playing here because we're going to head back out into the tower first so I can pick up this treasure chest. But now it's back. So, yeah, what is the actual plot here? So, this turns out to be like the base of a secret cult from like that's over like a 1,000-year plot to make a new god or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, we're gonna get in the way of that because we're the police. Even though we don't know why or how any of this happened. And even though there's going to be invisible people talking in cutscenes later. Because eventually we're going to have to turn triggers back on or the final boss won't trigger. And thankfully, for some crazy reason, there's one trigger in this dungeon that still works. So that's going to be really convenient once we get to it. But first, there is one last barrier. Well, first of all, there's supposed to be a boss here as well that we just also skip. But after that, there's going to be one last barrier that we got to get over. Right here. Am I lined up? There we go. Is it only 500? Oh, okay. I don't know. I will confess I'm not the best at memorizing dates and numbers in the real world, let alone fiction. Yeah, the plan is definitely longer than the call, but... Yeah, the only game that I can remember exact years for is, like, Chrono Trigger, and that's because those, like, the years are just the worlds, essentially, or whatever, however you want to phrase that. Also, there's gas in the background, that's why there's a constant hiss, and I'm sorry. Because that hiss drives me insane, too. But there's nothing I can do about it. The bond counter is the number of times that one of the characters has said, Ori no banda, or Watashi no ban desu, or Watashi no banda na, or some other version of that phrase. Yeah. It's for all characters, not just Lloyd, but... Somehow or another, we tricked Schlottelheim into keeping track for us, so... He has kindly done that service for the stream. Anyways, this door is stupidly long, but it shouldn't be too much longer now. Or I guess it's stupidly thick. If I instantly load, there will be collision detection, so I have to load the title. I don't know why there's collision detection when I don't do that, but that's definitely how it works. Yeah, basically how that glitch works is when I... Oh shoot, I need to like look at my notes for this section. Yeah, I do go this way. How that glitch works is essentially for the first few frames after I load the game, there's no collision detection. So I just use that to walk through walls. Very slowly. And here were a bunch of people in town got imprisoned or something? I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna pull down this lever so that we can free this treasure chest because it has like 200x all inside. Yes, this glitch works in every version of the game to my knowledge, and it also works in every version of AO to my knowledge. And I've been told that it does not work in the evolution versions of Sora. I'm not sure if I believe that because, like, evolution versions of Sora run on the AO and Zero engine, so I feel like they should work, but I don't know. Anyways, that cutscene right there from pulling that lever re-enabled, what do you call it? Triggers. So now we can successfully beat the game because we'll now have cutscenes again. which means we also have bosses again, which means we get the final boss, which is excellent, because we need the final boss to beat final boss percent. Oh yeah, those are the people who took the pills, yes. I was sort of being sarcastic, because like, they're also in town right now, because it's still Chapter 3, Day 4, according to the game. Which I think is funny. Anyways, you pick up that attack 3 quarts. We'll be using that in a bit. Because we will be using physical attacks against the final bosses. Pick up this, which one is that's the Passion Rouge. I forget which stat up the Passion Rouge is. It's one of the massive stat ups and speed bonus accessories, so we want to pick that up. This dungeon this like dungeon area is just a really cool 3D maze with the platforms going up and down. Like they do this puzzle a lot. Like they did this in. I hit that guy. Look at the birdies. But yeah, I still enjoy them every time. At least they drop me like 50 sepith. Man, I am just off my... Hey, we got one. We got 2. Okay, we only got 2. Get back here! I need your delicious sepith. And we basically need all of these items. They're really good healing items, and we're a little short on money, as we saw earlier. Still not sure how I got so short on money, but I did. So gotta play around it.
So the one-shotting things in the overworld essentially happens once you're high enough compared to the enemies. You're able to just kill them in 2 hits.
Yeah, so that will happen in a casual playthrough because like you're going back through the road areas, and the enemies in the road areas don't upgrade as you keep playing through the game. There's going to be the same enemies throughout. But like obviously you shouldn't be one-shotting the enemies in the final dungeon like at all. But here we are, one-shotting the enemies in the final dungeon. Anyways, we're almost to the end. We're on the final loop of this giant maze of a dungeon. God, which way was it? I'm blanking on the path. Yeah, it's this... No, I don't need this treasure chest. It's nice, though. Yeah, it's... I don't know, I screwed myself up on that one. My bad. But, oh yeah, I should probably mention, because I'm playing on Vita, I can do like cool things like this. And just like dance on the screen with my fingers. I haven't really showed that off at all, but I should, because it's cool. Like, see, there's Lloyd, and there's Best Girl. And now we're in a cutscene. There she is. I'm sorry. I can be stubborn sometimes. Anyways, but here's the Mafia guys. We're gonna let them go, because we're nice. And I don't think we should let them go, but I don't know, Lloyd disagrees. Lloyd's in charge. Lloyd wins. So we're gonna flip both of these switches because that opens up a path to pick up a 200 sepith at all chest, excuse me, that's just right over here. Yeah, you're probably gonna finish around the low 40s in a casual playthrough. After doing the bonus dungeon, at the end of your New Game Plus run, you'll probably hit like 50. But like, that's the end of your New Game Plus run. Come on, Lloyd. There we go. So, we are gonna save before we do shopping, just in case I screw it up, because we really don't want to do all that walking again. So we're gonna pick up slots. We need to lock up, upgrade all of TO's 1 through 5. Lloyd gets all slots. Randy needs to upgrade his first slot. And then Lloyd doesn't. That's fine. So we're good. We're good on Sepith. That's fantastic. Then we're gonna chop. Actually, let me check my sports statuses just in case. If I forgot something, I can fix it now before I sell all of my spare quartz. Evade 2. Cut 1. Sleep Blade that we forged a while ago. Itazura goes in this slot. And then cast 1. And Lloyd gets Tengan. Kodo. Attack 2. HP 1. EP 1. Or EP 2, excuse me. And he's got the Act 1. And then you just get this glorious Attack 3. Perfect. So we have all the Sepith we need. Fantastic. So we're gonna get rid of all the Sepith that we don't need anymore. Yeah, I can just zero out the Time Space Mirage. Now we have tons of money. Let's go buy it. Spend it. Buy some of those. Buy a bunch of those. Buy a decent number of those. Whole bunch of these. And then spend all the spare money we have on a little bit more healing. And perfect. Shopping complete. Next up, we will fix our formation. There we go. And okay. Yeah, we skipped the join trigger of Joshua and Estelle, so they're not going to join the party. Let's heal and then save the game. No, the game super freaks out. It's just for whatever reason, that one cutscene that results from pulling the right trigger in that room unfreaks out the game. And now the game is just behaving properly, which means we get to fight the boss battle against Ernest Evans. Ellie is super good because of, like, her Holy Bullet that's giving you boost. She has a cancel ability. She has lots of really cool stuff. But yeah. So we're gonna wait 2 turns because those dragon enemies are really awful and... No! Seriously? Okay, that was... So this guy just that instant death attacked Randy. That was unfortunate. I forgot to equip my equipment. What do you here? We really need to have you not die. Okay, so that could have gone better. Oh, and we got a bad turn order. Okay, we'll have you use your S-Craft. I really don't want to be using all of my S-Crafts during this fight, but with Randy getting nailed like that, I kind of have to. And then getting the awful turn order, so I couldn't get a cat spell off on that double instant death. I think I just have to burn this. Get rid of those dragons so that those dragons use its arts interrupting ability, so I can't really cast arts until I get rid of them. But now I've gotten rid of them, so we're good. She'll live. We'll have her use Holy Bullet so that we get some more CP back on everyone because we're super low now. Yeah, so the two versions of Dionic Drive are just completely different tracks for me. I love them both in very different ways. Yeah.
はい海雲駆動
よっしゃ
Yeah, part of the problem here is that I forgot to equip stuff, which is pretty bad. But I think I've recovered enough at this point to just keep going with it.
よし
I've definitely recovered enough at this point to just keep going with it. Use this on her. CS1 is going to begin in part of, or excuse me, CS2 is going to, CS1 begins in part of OW. There we go. We got the words out eventually. I mean, even having the correct equipment wouldn't have saved the fact that we just got nailed by multiple instant death things at the beginning of the fight. That was just the worst. But
助かりました
we've recovered, so we're good.
私の番です
Don't
ドライブ開始
俺の番だな 行くぞそれ
Yep, that is going to be explained in now too. Anyways, so we'll just finish him off real quick. And that should do it.
任せろ
Okay. We got through it. That boss definitely didn't go according to plan, but we got through it. So yeah, so we'll take it. We will take that, especially in a marathon run. But let's get stuff equipped now. Yes. Okay. I want to pick up this treasure chest for no reason.
Oh, you definitely cannot skip Zero. You need Zero to go into OW.
Oh yeah, no, don't play out without playing Zero. Don't play Soul Steel 3 without playing Zero. Just play Zero. OW is definitely the better game by a lot, but you can't skip it. I always forget about that enemy.
私の番です撤退を開始します撤退失敗ですさてと
Anyways, we're finally at the point of the game where we can no longer one-shot enemies on the map. It's super sad. We now have to actually avoid them. Like some sort of Philistine. So this puzzle is kind of weird, but basically we need to go to the north. So if we hit the switch twice and then go back to where we started, we can do that. So, and then this is a shortcut back to where we started. Yeah, that guy still runs away from me, but I can't one-shot him. It's weird. Staircase boss.
ゲイト
Okay, we saw a staircase boss coming this time, and we got around him. Good job. Good job, us. Yeah, he's just like impossible to see because of the camera angle. We're gonna need a quick battle here so that we can have Randy use War Cry to get some quick CP. And then we'll skedaddle. Actually, I'm gonna have her attack so she gets CP too. Then we'll skedaddle.
よし先に進もう もう俺の番だなみんな一旦引くぞダメか
行きます撤退を開始します撤退失敗です
行くぜ
Come on, let me out.
回り込
The odds! The odds! There we go. If you're wondering what that gate is, it's basically a shortcut to get back to the area where you can do crafting and stuff.
行くぜ
Oh wait, that's not the right path. We don't want to go this way anyways. So yeah, so it has like this sort of circular dungeon design that you see in a lot of games where it's set up to let you get back to the start pretty easily. Yeah. Anyways, we've made it to the end. So we'll quickly heal up at this healing station. I mean, I like some of the epilogues to Cold Steel too. Some. Operative word. Anyways, this... Ooh, nice turn order. Anyways, so this boss, for whatever reason, is weak to the AT delay.
行きます
So that's our strategy.
海軍駆動
任せてくれ
And then we can also slow him down, so we're gonna do that too. And we'll give you an ultimate next so we get a bit more damage.
もぐもぐそれ
Yeah, so we just stun-locked this boss entirely. It's kind of ridiculous for this... Because this is the last boss before the final
私の
bosses.
番ね
And we just roll in... I didn't give you your Act 1. That was a mistake.
任せろ
Well, that's fine. Anyways, we really don't want him to get a turn, and he's not gonna get a turn, so we're good.
海軍駆動
任せてくれ
任せて助かりましたそれ
俺の番だな
さてと海軍駆動私の番ね
よしそれ
助かりましたそれ
Yeah, so he can... if he ever gets a turn, it can be disastrous, because he does have AoE stuns,
よし
and just other ways to just completely ruin our day.
任せろ
But, we're not giving him turns. What? I didn't know that could miss. I have literally never seen that miss. Well then.
私の番です
That's not good.
ドライブ開始
任せてくれ
や
よし
Why did I have you... Okay, we'll have you move here, I guess.
私の番ね。
I need you to keep getting stats. You have the war cry because you don't have enough CP left.
はい。
Hmm.
ユニグマ駆動。ダメです。
That's why we don't want him to get a turn.
それ。
助かりました。
任せろ。
Okay, so that was bad. That miss was ridiculous.
さてと。
I have never seen a miss.
よし。
But that has 100% never happened before.
助かりました。行きます。ドライブ開始。
Anyways, this will finish him off. So we're gonna be greedy and get another war cry in. Yeah, it's not even greedy. We have time for it because he's gonna get another turn. Yep, that'll be a kill.
これで一つ
Okay,
です。
that was a crazy miss right there, but we got through. We got through. So let's bounce. So we're gonna bounce on back, heal up, and then we're gonna open up all the coffees that we bought earlier in order to restore everybody's CP up to good levels. Ooh, that's a good number, 2 to the 6.
Just a quick update
But,
before the final boss. We have reached a grand total of 64 buns.
Ooh, that's a good number, 2 to the 6th. But
Here's the good luck. You got this.
I am gonna need it. I am gonna need it. This game can be very rude to me for the final bosses.
I mean, it's been very mean so far, so it's got to be nice eventually, right?
Have you ever done a speedrun?
Yeah, fair point, fair point.
Okay. So we do want to save because we can get our. It's technically possible for our butts to get handed to us. Unlikely, but technically possible. So let's we'll save so that doesn't happen. Okay, so there's a girl on a ball for some reason, and now Joachim the doctor is wearing robes? Very strange. Also, we have invisible people Joshua and Estelle are invisible, but they're still talking. I wouldn't worry about it. Just gonna straight up not worry about any of this, because they're not here, it's just the 4 of us and Joachim. Why do I keep getting a C in there? It's just Joachim. Maybe it is Joachim. I don't know, it's written Joachim in Japanese, but... no, you can play it on a English, What am I doing? There we go. You can play it on a American, Vita, which is what I'm literally doing right now. I'm playing it on an American Vita. Oh my goodness. Well, so much for good luck. So much for good luck. I am almost... Actually, I'm actually gonna restart the fight. Oh my goodness. That is disastrously bad. Yeah, like he just the entire point of moving Lloyd forwards like that is to try to bait the boss, and
Not work. They were not,
get them to
the
target
boss was
him
having
instead.
None of that. Just immediately.
And
confused all three
it
of the
just
back line.
did not work. They were not. The boss was having none of that. Just immediately confused all three of the back line.
Sorry to jump in again, but can I get an
Probably-
ETA on how much longer
Well,
we have
assuming
for
we
this
don't
run?
wipe again, probably like 20, 25 minutes, maybe, at the most.
Probably.
I have no idea where we are on time.
Well, assuming we don't wipe again, probably like
20,
25
minutes.
I think I gave
maybe?
the estimate.
At
based
the most.
All right,
Okay,
thanks.
I have no idea
Sounds
where we are
about
on
right.
timer. I think I'm ahead
from
of
what I've
timer
had
because I think I
book-wise
said
and
I think I gave the
everything.
We're
estimate
at
going around
3:20
based.
right now.
Okay, yeah, sounds about right. From what I've had luck-wise and everything, and going around and petting dogs and cats. But yeah. Yeah, the 4-hour estimate is probably a bit high for final boss percent, but I also pet dogs and watch cutscenes, so whatever.
さあ賭けを始めよう行くぞ
はい鬼雲駆動私の番ね
Okay. No whammies this time. No whammies this time.
食らえ
Well, it only hit 2 people. I can deal with that. I can deal with it only hitting 2 people.
任せろ
Where's my Curia?
おうわ
助かりました
よし
Okay, we do have to. Okay, we can't reach. Never mind. Do this then, like we're really planning.
一気に行くぞよっしゃ
それ
Good damage.
真の英知を知るがいい
行きます
Okay, well you're gonna have to. Okay, we'll have you Curia. Tia. Her. Do I want to have her ult? Oh, hopefully they'll just both target Lloyd, right? Okay, none of them targeted.
任せてくれ
I'm gonna have you ult just so that you don't accidentally lose that.
よし
This isn't the best in terms of my HP of all my characters.
それ
ありがとう
I think I'll burn a King Burger here. But you can just ult immediately and take out the 2 sides. Because... Man, they're just not playing nice tonight.
行きます
Oh right, nobody ever Curia'd you. So we gotta do that.
それ
I mean, 100% need to heal you. Oh, but... Lloyd's 100% dead if we don't heal him, so we'll heal him.
面白い
Okay, everybody lived. Good.
私の番です鬼雲駆動
Heal the hell out of Tio so she doesn't die.
助かりました
俺の番だな
You heal Randy.
それ
Welcome to RPG speedrunning, where everything falls apart and you're just desperately trying to pick up the pieces. This is why I do it, for what it's worth. It's just it's really fun to just try to pick up pieces when things go wrong. Don't know how it looks, but gonna be too many more hits.
遊びは終わりだ捉えられるかな
Oh yeah, this stupid part of the battle where he turns invisible.
私の番ね
There.
助かりました
俺の番だな
Let's spread out. We are way too clumped.
任せろ
I really want you to use Warcry.
行きます
You usually spawn about over here. I'm gonna hope you do. Got 'ems!
任せて
I don't know, you can just do whatever.
俺の番だな
You will heal Randy. Randy will work probably one more time, so he has tons of CP going into the next round. Also, I love this mix of inevitable struggle. It's definitely the best one. Like, that saxophone is just to die for. Oh my goodness. Anyways, just that critical, this should finish him off. Nice. Right. One down, one phase down, 2 phases to go.
データ収集終了しました
Anyways, Joshua showed up. I don't know how he got there, but he's there. He's just straight up there. And now he's gone. And then Estelle was there for a second. And now he's red pilling. And look at him go. Look at him go. Thou ought to know the true wisdom.
エニグマ駆動
This song is amazing, by the way. But yeah.
モグモグ
よっしゃ
We'll have him wait a turn so that he gets that crit marker.
みんな一気に行くぞ
Plus, he'll get the strength up.
行くぜ
We want to focus this left mini bot. Get rid of that one quickly. Okay. Okay, we got some healing to do. Okay, one of them down.
任せて
Do that.
助かりました
行くぞそれ
Oh, that was the wrong person. I'm done.
ありがとう
We'll just give him the 10 heal. I don't think I can avoid it.
俺の番だな
私の番ですエニグマ
Okay, this is super nice getting this rush here on the spell. Nice, that'll take out the right mini bot. So if you're standing on the platforms when they fall, you do actually get vanished, which is super annoying. But, anyways, so as soon as we finish recovering our HP and stabilizing, we are gonna. This boss is actually vulnerable to slow, so we're gonna start dropping slows on his head.
エニグマ駆動
任せろ
We'll have Lloyd do that this turn, I think. Come on, please target Teal. There we go.
モグモグ
よしエニグマ駆動
Oh, sweet, I have enough for a Holy Bullet. Probably use that. Not this turn, because Teal's out of, Let's use it now, I think.
任せろ
This should line things up nicely. Yep. So, using it now to make sure that the boss doesn't get access to those 10 health available there. You need to up her MP?
助かりました
Ooh, that's not... Okay, we have these lower level spells so that we, keep him off the heals. Don't want the boss to heal again. she needs to heal anyways. Well, I guess if we're gonna heal Lloyd, whatever. So what's really annoying is when he says those little lines, that counts as a turn for the purpose of his status effect. So he just got a free reduction by 1 on that, Also, we're getting hit in the face pretty bad. This is probably gonna kill Ellie. Might wipe the party, I hope not. Okay, that was actually really good. We only had one person get stunned. It can very easily stun our entire party, that attack. It's very good. It just like straight up missed Randy somehow and didn't stun Kyo, so we'll take it. Yeah, we need to heal you. Oh, I should have dropped into a Morica mix on her. Oh well. I really want you to be able to use it in time, so we'll just King Burger you now. Okay, so we fully healed, but the slow is gonna wear off. That's unfortunate. Also, we need to get out of this back area pretty soon, because eventually this is gonna fall down. So we probably should start having everyone walk up soon. Well, not right now, because we can't walk up. Let's have you restore your own EP. Nice dodge.
So we're being asked, when does time finish?
Time is going to finish when we beat the 3rd phase of the boss. This is the 2nd one. Alright, you're still messed up. But you can cast slows. Oh, come on! That double paralysis. That double paralysis. Oh, let's cure that. And they got knocked backwards. That's pretty worse. Yeah, we should do it like this. So if anyone's wondering why we didn't just like defend against the one status effect the boss can use against us, this is why. It doesn't use one status effect against us. It uses all of them. That's rare. And it knocked him backwards! Oh my god, please stop. We'll just war cry into alt, I think. Seriously. Well, at least it knocked the same person back again. Eventually the back's gonna fall, and then we don't have to worry about this anymore. But until then... Okay. Okay, this should be enough to gloriously, hopefully it'll get him to the point where it knocks down the back. Because if it does, that'd be really nice. Yeah, clearly I should have gone... brought in the,
チャンスです
Yeah, we don't actually want that.
ドライブ開始
行くぜ
Should have brought in Joshua Estelle, should have hoped it would go better than practice, and instead it went worse somehow, despite practice going, really badly the other day, as Tigerian's saying. Yeah, we got a crit coming up. That's nice. And now he has become gold. And the back fell out. Nice.
行くぜ
So we wanna Warcry you, 'cause we want that crit. And we want to heal the... I think I'm greedy. I think I want to be greedy.
助かりましたさてとエニグマ駆動
俺の番だな
And then we can't let him heal, so we have to do this. And if...
任せてくれ
I gotta re-up that.
駆動
任せて
You can go heal Randy, because he needs it desperately. And this is the annoying part where he starts healing himself. And hopefully not nuking me, because he can nuke me.
行くぜ
What do you do? Let's just put a mix on you.
はいドライブ開始
I knew you were gonna do it! I knew you were gonna do it!
とくと味わうがいい
Please don't kill the whole party. Please don't stun the whole party.
怪人にキスがいい
I knew this was coming. Okay, everyone lived, and I don't think anyone got stunned.
負けるか
Fantastic! I don't understand but how I could possibly be getting this lucky, but fantastic! You'd think they could one-shot the boss, but it turns out they can't. Let's take the AoE heal, please. We don't have time for anything else. Let's just get Randy in there, because he's got enough for a shot.
まだまだだ
ピンチですドライブ開始
負けるか
Let's see, we need to re-up her Almorica mix.
それ 俺の
You
番
can King Burger yourself.
おうでいけるじ
There's just put me on damage. I think I want to have Lloyd do his strength up before I use my next S break, though. This thing's darn close. We might be able to finish it off this turn. But I'll play as if we're not, because that seems to be how luck is going.
ゃん俺の番だな
Use
みんな
that.
一気に行くぞ
And hopefully we'll kill him with Randy right here.
任せろ
I think that's it. Yes! Okay, that is the second phase of the final boss down. Fantastic. Yeah, so much like in FC, we now get a little victory final boss, except for unlike in first chapter, we can't. Also, I don't know why she's here. But for some reason, Ren showed up like we're friends or something. But we're not, so like I'm super confused by this.
私の
But
番です
I'll take it, because we needed her. Or we definitely would have died, probably. Anyways, time is in like a second. And time. Final boss has been defeated. Which means that we have successfully completed the category. So you're probably wondering why this isn't any percent, because we just beat the final boss, right? Well, it turns out, well, basically the way we define any percent is that to clear any percent, you must make it to the end of the final cutscene. So you get to the to be continued. You can say where the to be continued screen where you can save your data to carry it over, and so it. Well, first of all, we're gonna be a little bit confused because like, who's that girl and why does she act like she knows us? Is anyone missing a green-haired girl? Where are her parents, guys? Like, does anyone recognize her at all? No. Okay. Someone's pinging me, and I'll look at it later, I guess. But unfortunately, we had to visit the airport as part of the final cutscenes, and we have never visited the airport. When you enter the airport, there is a mandatory cutscene for the first time. And after that cutscene ends, we're now stuck here. So, we wrong warp out of the final cutscene because we never went into the airport. Yeah. That is the run. If we head outside, like, it's still chapter 3, so we can't go back in. So that's that. Thank you all for watching. If you're ready whenever you're ready, Shadowheim, just send it on over to Champion Beef for Ao no Kiseki, or the Trails of Asia.